One from the pocket, and it was a beautiful finish. Well called, Robbie McKinlay for McRae Motors. Kylie King, boundary side, the Newmarket Hotel. The home fans would love this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you hear a feminine squeal in the background, I'm right in front of the ladies. I might have to move up a bit further on. They're getting very vocal, but who can blame them?
They're getting up and about because their football team's up and about. Baker got dispossessed, and he regathered the footy, took him on. Umpire's going to pay a free kick here, Monty. Yeah, a bit too high there, so Angus Baker will get a free kick. Jorgensen's going to have to come back. He's had a good start, Monty, on the 40-wing stat sheet, Angus Baker. Angus Baker coming up for his fourth 40 winks, and he's been very good in the middle. Well, right on cue, he shaked his kick out towards Sorochinsky. Gotchling's hot on his heels, takes him on, evades him, handball in the nick of time to Johnson. Johnson just said, get out of my way, Hunter. Inside 50, or just short, I should say, and chopping out nicely. It looks like it's Saunders across half-back. Doug, the cameraman's blocking me view, Big Mac, so I'll let you take this one from here.
No, it was Saunders indeed, mate. He kicked it nicely to Van Berlo. That's a good kick. Centre of the ground, finds Jesse Smith. Handball now to Tyler Norton. Pumps it inside forward 50. Moore's going to beat a heap. Oh, O'Sullivan coming from the side. The boy from Koroit took a really good grab. They've got themselves out of trouble. They're defending well. The kick, Venturoni, kick was intercepted, and fortuitously, Dane Portermarks, handball over the top, was looking for Jesse Smith. Head over the footy stuff there. Casey Marr got tackled, brought to ground. No prior opportunity. And umpire Brendan Llewellyn says, give it to me, fellas. I'll ball it up. 40 out from the Wangaratta goal. They trail 2 points to 24. And that's on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Wangaratta up to 8 inside 50s to 5. Just can't convert at the moment. That's why Wodonga's just doing what they need to when they go inside. Venturoni by hand finds Mimo over the top to Mayfield. Evades his opponent, regathers his own handball. Cal Moore's there to chop out for the Pies and kick inside forward 50. Not Cal's best kick to the hot spot. Juice gathers. Tommy Johnson wraps him up in a big tackle. Is that a free kick? Holding the ball? It should be anyway. Tommy Johnson.
Great tackle.
Winding back the clock. And the Magpies, Monty for McRae Motors, they're not looking good when they go inside 50. No, they look like they're stuck in second gear down there. They just feel like they're not really moving too well.
Clark goes long, open goal square, Newton will mark. He does. Just got tipped over a little bit. He put a bit of mayo on it. Don't worry about that. And Juice Newton has a chance to get Wangaratta's first goal of the afternoon. He shouldn't miss from here, Mont. No, definitely not. That's their 10th inside 50, but their first mark inside. So they've only kicked the 2 behinds from those 10 entries. They really need to start converting. And Jackson Clark just gets in the right spots and makes the right decisions when he's got the footy in hand. Here he is, Juice Newton. He's going to kick goal number 18. He does for the season. He's been good at it for a long, long time, a real star of the Ovens and Murray Football League. And Juice Newton gets a steadier. 1-2-8 Wangaratta, but they trail the Doggies 4 straight 24, and we've gone 15.5 minutes. That's on the Macca's on the AT Jones time clock, and it's A-grade alls and batteries. Kylie King, boundary side. Gee, they needed that one.
Yeah, and look, Jackson Clark, every time he's had the ball, he's just kicked those big, deep, long, hard kicks. More accurate than not, so he's obviously quite the danger for them. And, he just delivered beautifully then for the Magpies. And on the 40-wing stat shot, we've got Jackson Clark, as you said, Cole, he's had 5 touches. That kick there was one of his better ones. McVeigh and Sharrick both with 3, while we look for Wodonga. Matthews had 3, and Angus Baker 4 of the leading possession getters on the 40-wing stat sheet. So Wangaratta get their first goal off the back of a poor kick out of defensive 50. But apart from that, it's been all Wodonga in the first term. Knowles in the ruck.
Clever.
Gathers, kicks inside forward 50. Cal Moore's at the back. Moore flies high, but the mark, an elite body and paint mark of the day from Jack O'Sullivan. He is really starting to become a serious defender in this competition, Monty. Yeah, he's been unbelievable. I thought his start to the year was really good, and he's just gone on with it, so he's just got to keep going now. Greenhill across half back. Venturoni, old 3 rims. His kick up to the wing wasn't great. Anderson, he has to handball backwards. Grossman's there. Hunter Gotchling working his way into the game. Left foot kick in towards full forward. And Deneen back in the senior side, chops out. He's got the ball in the back pocket for the Bulldogs in front of the Steel Line scoreboard, which reads 24-7. The Bulldogs lead. They do indeed, Gussie. And done it in good fashion too. Wilson off half-back. Drives the ball long for Wodonga to centre wing. Cheesy side of the ground. Pack flies. There's only one player going at it though. Knocked off the ball, the Wangaratta player there. Was he pushed in the back? No, he's not. It's going to be a ball up. And that is just slightly to the forward attacking side of Wangaratta. Centre wing, far side of the ground. 24-8.
Wodonga lead Wangaratta. Gotchling, gee, he's been busy. Tried to get the ball out. Will O'Keefe pleaded for a bit of mercy. It's going to be another ball up. See if you can get a clearance, Gus. But, Monty, how are those inside 50s looking?
Yeah, at the moment we've got 12 to Wangaratta and 5 to Wodonga. So well on top. Just only hit the scoreboard once for one major.
Wilson for the Bulldogs kicks up towards half forward. Jorgensen applies a good tackle on Norton. The Dogs have numbers with Hines. He just grubbers one up towards the half forward flank. And that's a good result for the Wodonga Bulldogs. They'll get a ball in 50 metres out from goal. Les Cheesley's side. They're kicking to the Pearce Street end. 18 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. The Dogs lead 4 straight to the Pies. 1-2 thanks to Steer Line.
So inside forward 50, just for the 6th time, I think it is, for 40 wings for Wodonga, but they've kicked 4 goals. Gotchling, gee, he's been good over the footy. He was tackled. It was legal. There's nothing wrong. And umpire Brendan Llewellyn, who's been joined today by Craig Eastick and Warwick Henderson, says, give it to me, fellas. And I'll tell you what, they've made a good start to the game too. It's been a good game of footy. Good spectacle here at the moment. Knowles, out of the ruck. Gee, Knowles, he dodged a bullet there. I reckon he might have been incorrect disposal. And here comes the free kick for a high shot. And getting up and taking it is Mathy. He'll go close from here. You'll have to kick it from about 47, Mont.
Yeah, it's right on his range here, Josh, but he gets in and gets his head over the footy. That's why he gets rewarded with a lot of these 3 kicks, and his clearance work so far today has been fantastic.
He's the number 1 in the competition for being the recipient of free kicks. There's
it's a nice thing to have. He runs around a bit, gives himself a chance. Has he got enough? Oh, Van Berlo tapped it cleverly to Grossman. He'll take the ball, they'll run with it, and Ellis has it at half-back. Inside handball's been intercepted, gathered. Here's Jorgensen. He kicks a minor score. Just missing to left-hand side. 4-1-25 Wodonga. The Maggies 1-1-7, 19 minutes gone. Before we go to you, Gus, Kylie King for the Newmarket. Is there any breeze down there today?
Only very slight, pushing to the hospital end.
Inboard from fullback. The kick's a nice one. Falls the way of Michael Bordingong. One of the best defenders in the comp. He's going to be busy today. Kicks long down the line to a 1-on-1. Well done by Wilding up against McVeigh. McVeigh gets the ball to Saunders, on to Dan Sharrock, and now it's with Ellis. He kicks, trying to find a 1-on-1 contest. Clark, too strong for Soroczynski. Inboard to Gotchling, got to get rid of it. McVeigh's on the overlap, 45 from home. Left foot kick to the square. Calmore. Good footy from the Pies. Kicking to the fat side. It was a good kick from McVeigh, and Calmore will have a shot 15 metres out slide angle.
A couple of really strong marks there. Jackson Clark and then by Cal Moore in that possession of play. To show the way Wangaratta want to play, they want to get moving as quick as they can.
A couple of cockatoos soaring across the Martin Park today as Cal Moore makes no mistake from point blank range. The Magpies have got their second. 1-2 they've kicked, or 2-2 I should say, and the Bulldogs 4-1. Steel Line scoreboard. We've got a good game of footy on our hands for the Newmarket Hotel. Kylie King.
Absolutely. And you really feel that it was only a matter of time before Wangaratta would start to get a couple, because, as you say, they've certainly had the inside 50s happening, but, geez, the Doggies have been brave, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been a game of chance too. We saw Jorgensen just miss to the left-hand side. Could have been their 5th goal. Wangaratta run it down and kick it, and then probably about 5 minutes ago, we saw a miss by Wangaratta. Might have been Benny Reid, and then it was a goal kick by Spiteri not long after that. So you've got to take your chances, and Wangaratta, I like the style of footy they're playing, Mott. They've got the inside 50s. They're killing on that stat sheet. They've just got to get a bit more efficient.
Yeah, 13-6 at the moment, so 7 more inside 50s. He's got to hit the targets.
Sharrock, again, out of the middle. Inside 50, falls away of Johnson and Newton. Mortman did well in front of old Milkshake Melcham there. Over the footy now. Johnson provided the Shepherd. Gee, Soroczynski got himself out of trouble. Here's Wilson for Wodonga. A low handball towards, aimed at Baker. Intercepted here by Paddy Warner. He runs it out over the boundary line, and they've lifted the pressure here, the Wangaratta Magpies. 25 metres around from the behind post. It'll be a boundary throw in. They trail 13-25. 21 and a half gone on the A.T. Jones time clock.
For A-grade oils and batteries, first quarter action, the ball's with Moore. Deep into attack for the Magpies. Clearing defensive lines is Matt Wilson. Up to Wilding. Dispossessed without the footy. Umpire let it go as the Pies go back inside forward 50. And marking in the hole is Angus Baker. He's 40 wings, please, Monty.
This will be number 5.
Really starting to string together a good game of footy. He opts to suck some life out of the game and goes short to Wortman. And this is a part of the game, Monty, that the Bulldogs need to get better at. Bit more damage control. Wortman's kick wasn't great. Forces Morrison to pump it long down the line, but it works out okay because Dean marks across half-back.
Yeah, just saying, Gussie, they just need to be a little bit better. They need to hit that target, let Charlie Morrison go back, push back behind the mark. Very lucky with the kick around the body that found Deneen 60 away from defensive goal.
Sorochinski plays on, kicks centre wing, grandstand side of the ground, boarding on from behind. Oh, Knowles. What about me, Knowles, he says. Panda pinched that one off me last week.
You wanted to use it earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm getting in early. I don't trust you, blokes. Knowles took a good grab. Don't worry about that. Grossman marks midfield. And he's got a few options, Gus, but he's a bit indecisive.
He's going to kick to half forward. Juice is wanting it. Gets it on the lead. Just had a bit too much on it for Tommy Johnson.
He made him earn it, didn't he?
He's still laying on him.
Tommy, have a look at that. Put a saddle on him, they yelled out.
Two of the old bulls of the competition. Juice chisels one inside 50. Umpire said it was touched. Kelly
he blew the whistle
gathers. And he kicks out of bounds on the full. Monty for the Macrae Motors.
Yeah, so Paddy Warner took the mark very late to blow the whistle, and then he gave the handball when the whistle went. So, yeah, a bit strange, that one.
Put some Benny Hill music behind that one.
And Morrison, man now, here's Tommy Johnson. Whoa, he showed a little bit of candy to McVeigh and then shuffled and shaked and kicked a long left foot of Spiteri, flew high, ball come to ground. No, like a Queensland prop forward, part of the ways. McVeigh took a good grab low to the ground. He's got Saunders running for him. He says, he'll go off the left foot, squares the ball up, true centre, half forward, Clark. Knocking behind was good, gathered by Paddy Warner. Low chiselling kick inside to Moore. Moore missed it on the first go, tapped it to Will O'Keefe, smothered off the boot by O'Sullivan. Ball out over the boundary line, throw it in boundary. Doggies lead 25-13. This is a red hot game.
Yeah, Liam McVeigh started this game really red hot at the moment. He's had 5 on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Deep into attack for the Magpies. The Dogs need to bunker down and wait for the half or the quarter time siren to blow. O'Sullivan in the ruck gets it onto Baker. This kick's crucial, and it's a good one out towards Sorochinski. Gathers on the second bounce. Dribble kick long down the line's okay. Bradshaw, little underground one to Yelland, who's been very quiet. Back to Wilson. Wilson from half-back, kicks long down the line. Not his best kick. The Magpies regather. Knowlesy's been everywhere onto Kelly. Kelly's wrapped up in a tackle. Handball's away in the nick of time. Anderson, back to Kelly. True centre, kicks inside forward 50. Newton's there, so's Moore. Moore at ground level, packs it back in towards space. The dual stick's going behind the footy. And I reckon he's kicked it on the full. He has. Dangerous kick there from the dual stick, Monty, and Liam McVeigh will have a set shot.
Yeah, not the right side for a left footer, so he might try and find a short lead somewhere if he can, and Laura Cannon's nearly put him into the cam bar to have a shot from.
Lucky he's not on the deck for Ladies' Day. McVeigh from the pocket. He's just missed. It looked all right off the boot. The Magpies 2-3. The Bulldogs 4-1 for the Newmarket Hotel. Kylie King.
Yeah, look, the last few times the Bulldogs have tried to push forward, they haven't been able to get it past the centre. So, it's a real struggle for them. The Magpies' defence has been pretty good. This is the danger part right here.
Three Wheels Venturoni flew high. He did well, though. Good bit of groundwork there. Got it on now to Spiteri. Was involved. No, it wasn't Spiteri. In fact, it was Sorochinski. And now the Doggies have it inside forward 50. Cassidy kicks it, chips it. This might be okay. Good defensive work. Still a chance here. Handball over the top was good. Wilding off the right foot for a poster. It slammed into the post. Yellen provided the good shepherd. And the Doggies, after kicking 4 straight, have kicked another behind 4-2-26. Magpies 2-2-14. Actually, that might be 4-3, Gus, I think. 4-3-27. They've been a bit slow to move the scoreboard today.
4-2, Robbie.
Okay, I'll go with that, Mon.
Yep. And just quickly, boys, on the 40-wing stats, we've got 18 inside 50s to 7. Wangaratta way.
Nick Hines is late a tackle.
That hasn't happened too often.
Oh, I've never seen it before in my life. Miracles can happen. He kicks into the pocket. It's a shallow kick. It's not the best kick. Spitteri's there. He makes a go of it.
Cool.
And the umpire's found a whistle here.
Yeah. Footy.
And it's going to go the way of O'Keefe, who switches dangerously, but switches truly. It was smothered, or the umpire might have said he dropped it in towards Yellen. Yellen from point-blank range. Got it through. Sloppy Sloppy from the Pies, efficient from the Dogs, and Jack Yellen kicks the 5th of the afternoon at the 27-minute mark. That's just the goal the Bulldogs needed ahead of quarter time, Monty.
Absolutely, with all the weighted numbers going inside 50 at the Wangaratta, and Wodonga look to make it look easy when they go inside 50. Only 8 times, and they've scored 7 times. So they've got to be a lot better here, Wangaratta, when they go inside 50. They've been inside 18 times in this first quarter. Fraser Ellis, 18 times. Not sure what Fraser Ellis was doing there, and dropped the chest mark cold, and that's what gave Yellen a chance to snap that goal truly.
It was a gutsy kick from Will O'Keefe, but it was a good kick too. He found him.
Yep.
They were ready to go on the outside too. They had numbers lined up. Good work. Yellen got the goal. Knowles dominating the ruck today, and that's been a big reason why they've been inside 50 so much. But, as Mont said, for 18 inside 50s, 2 goals. And what was it? The Doggies, 5 goals for how many inside 50s?
8.
There you go. That's good percentages. Kelly went after the footy. Clever handball over the top. Ellis needs a good bounce. He got it. Laid off a handball back to Gotchling. As Gotchling kicks the ball inside forward 50 as the siren goes. End of a real good quarter of footy here. 28 minutes it went, and we did for A-grade oils and batteries, and it was A-grade stuff. Bulldogs, 5-2-32. They lead the Maggies 2-2-14.
Good game of footy, and the Magpies have got their chance to respond on the other side of the break. You're with Kylie King, Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery, and myself, Gus McLeod, right here on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
A.T. Jones, your local Onga specialists for all your irrigation needs. Kiowa Street, Albury.
O&M Live on 2AY. Start your day with Kylie and Matt.
AI is going to ruin everything. Now, apart from possibly turning into Skynet, the evil computer system in the Terminator movies, AI is actively putting people out of jobs. We now have a perfect version of Arnold Schwarzenegger singing The Sound of Music. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Breaking with Kylie and Matt.
Back Monday, July 10 on 1494 2AY.
With an NRMA Insurance Green Slip, you get lots of help.
Is that right? Like what?
Well, you'll be with New South Wales' most preferred Green Slip insurer.
What else?
If you need to make a claim after an at-fault car accident, you'll be helped by a dedicated Green Slip consultant.
That's
helpful.
Yeah.
To see what else you get, visit nrma.com.au, call 132 132, or visit us in branch.
I'm going to go to the toilet and grab some more beers. Pause it for me?
No way, mate. We're not pausing live sport. If he kicks this, we're in front.
Nah, it'll be all right. Oh, what? Oh, no. Did I miss it? Come on, mate. You got to rewind it, please.
Oh, not a chance, mate. You can catch it on the highlights reel.
You won't miss a moment if you drink wise.
Rev up your driving experience. Discover the all-new Generation Subaru Crosstrek at Baker Subaru, setting a new benchmark in compact SUVs with advanced safety features and latest driver assist. Enjoy the large 29cm infotainment touchscreen, wireless connectivity and charging. Subaru Crosstrek, ready to inspire you to move to the beat of your own drum. Test drive the Crosstrek today at Baker Subaru, 490 Young Street, Albury. LMCT 16793.
Accidents happen. So when you're picking car insurance, get a good choice of repairer option. You don't want to lodge a claim and then find out you don't have a say in who fixes your car. Request a repairer you can count on. Elite Body and Paint works for you to get your car fixed up and ready to roll. They'll help you through the entire insurance process. Just relax and know you're in good hands. You know what to tell your insurer.
Take my car to Elite Body and Paint, please.
Trafalgar Street, Wodonga.
Planning a paint project? Talk to Jeff and the team at Inspirations Paint Albury. They're locally owned and operated and have all the paint, accessories and expert advice you need to make your next project awesome. Inspirations Paint also offer click and collect, plus local delivery across the Riverina region. From Glenrowan to Henty, Corowa to Falls Creek. Contact the store for more details. Conditions apply. Find them at 451 Kiewa Street, Albury. Inspirations Paint. What's your next project?
Harvey Norman have everything you need to make your house a home. Exclusive designs, quality-made choices, and great value furniture with options for every home and budget. Come into Harvey Norman for a huge range of leather and fabric lounges, modulars, manual or powered recliners, for classic or contemporary dining suites, occasional pieces to mix and match, great home office solutions, and the best of Australian-made furniture. Everything you need to make your house a home. Now at Harvey Norman, your furniture specialist.
This year, Visy celebrates 20 years in the Wodonga region. Over this time, we've proudly provided packaging solutions to support over 900 regional growers and 3,000 local brands. But beyond the numbers, it's the people and the sense of community that we've loved being a part of. Local matters. As an Australian-owned family business, we're proud to be one of the locals and to call Wodonga home. Here's to the next 20 years.
Second quarter.
Wodonga Pumps and Mowers, your Davey and Onga specialists.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Welcome back to the Kennel, home of the Wodonga Bulldogs, and they've stunned the Magpies to lead at the first break, 5-2-32 to 2-3-15. Scott Montgomery, your local Optus stores are Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta, and they've got the quarter's best.
Yeah, I thought Angus Baker was really good. He ended up getting the 7 touches. Did it in the fence and did it through the middle of the ground. And Adam Jorgensen around that half-forward line, I thought he started the game like a house on fire. His first 2 goals were through his kicks inside 50, so got him to dangerous spots. While for Wangaratta, I thought Liam McVeigh was really good. He had the 6 touches, and Jackson Clark had the 7. I thought he was really good as well, and showed that he's really good in the air with a lot of strong marks.
Yeah, he's playing a good game of footy. Kylie King, I think you're amongst the Wodonga Bulldogs huddle for the Newmarket Hotel. What do the coaches have to say at the first break?
Yeah, well, certainly Geordie Taylor's pretty impressed, but says that was really just one quarter, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. And in the alternate camp, Ben Reid said, look, Wodonga's pressure was spot on. We just need to match them. And they also said you need to be smart about your possessions. Lower the eyes, look for a handball. We're losing our rhythm. But what is done is done. Don't invent a lot of the passages of play. Don't invent things. Just get into it and be smart about it. But that quarter is done and dusted. But definitely a lack of energy, I've got to say, from the Magpies. Very, very flat. So let's just see if they can lift.
And boys, as the teams go out, I just see that Dylan Van Berlo's come to the bench. So they've gone a little bit smaller down back, probably to combat the shorter forward line of the Wodonga Bulldogs.
I like it, Monty. I like it. I like the way they're playing football, the Wodonga Bulldogs.
And Mark Anderson's gone Angus Baker in the middle.
Yeah. Scott Montgomery, what can't this man do? He's doing everything. Stats for 40 wings. Special comments from McRae Motors. And
surely freaky backs don't get paid for this.
You might have to get a double wage today. For Wodonga Pumps and Mowers, here's the Big Mac on O&M Live.
Thanks, Gussie. Knowles, gee, he's been good today. Won the tap. Off the wing came Wilson for Wodonga. Overran it. So Ollie Greenhill did the same, but he just paddled it. Geez, there's a bit of pressure on out there at the moment. It stayed smack bang in the centre of the ground, and the pack's just shifted about 10 metres towards the Cheesley Oval. If you're listening at home, I hope you're enjoying it. Or if you're watching on live through the Facebook and YouTube, have a bit of fun. We're seeing a great start to the game. Anderson got the ball out of the middle, got a handball off to Saunders, raking left foot kick. Reid was there, well played there by Morrison. Reid tapped it over the top, tapped away by Venturoni. Back to Wilson, back to Reid. Reid, long kick, top of the goal square. Newton missed it. Here's Cal Moore. Handball was hot. A kick was there. Johnson read it beautifully. Handball over the top to Casey Marr was good. And Marr off half back. Handball to O'Sullivan. Inside ball now to Bradshaw, Gus, and back to O'Sullivan.
Here's Jack, true centre half back for the Dogs. Waits for the right option, and that one is not it because he's wearing a different coloured jersey, Mont.
Yeah, he had Soroczynski out wide all by himself too, so probably should have used that short.
Here comes Grossman inside 50 for the Pies. Moore's the target. Second bite of the cherry. Johnson was there. Here's a go for Morrison. Now to Tom Johnson. Left foot kick was horrible. Hit Ben Reid. Bulldogs want to regather it. Soroczynski, who kicks long down the line. Barrett's in pursuit for the Magpies, and that's a good result. Boundary throw in, true centre wing out of side. The Wodonga Bulldogs, their defence is standing up so well, Monty, for McRae Motors.
Absolutely. Charlie Morrison's job so far and the coach Ben Reid has been fantastic, and Tom Johnson playing that on Juice Newton, but just trying to roll off and help us every time he can get. So they might have to lower their eyes and go through Juice a little bit more than Wangaratta Magpies.
So boundary throw in, Les Cheesley's side of the ground. The Knowles and Nugent. 32-15, just 2 minutes gone, second quarter action. Yeah, Wodonga are leading. Ellis for Wangaratta. Handball was hot to Sharrock. Kicks the ball towards 50. Jesse Smith's there. He has Reed momentarily on his own. What an option he's got. I've got Reed, Moore or Newton. He decides to go long. Goes long. Jesse Smith, big kick. Reed's there. Moore's there. Well done. O'Sullivan was it, I think, there. Got a fist between both Reed and Cal Moore, and he put it through for behind. That was a contender, elite body and paint player of the day, guys.
And we'll go around the grounds for Bing League just quickly, boys. Just started the second quarter in all these games. We have Wangaratta Rovers 26 leading Wodonga Raiders 11, Myrtleford 9 trailing Albury 26, and in the other game 3-goal lead to Yarrawonga 28-10.
And back here live, it's 32-16 favouring the Dogs on the C&B Truck and Bus scoreboard. Boundary throw in right in front of Kylie King for the Newie.
Yes, desperate stakes, a lot of energy, which is good to see. I don't know what else to say about that one, but yes, it was right in front of me.
Ladies' Day update, Kyles?
Oh yes, in between songs at the moment.
Boundary throwing. True centre wing, boundary side.
What are they playing?
Clark kicks long down the line, out of bounds on the full.
It's a mixed bag, Robbie. A couple from our era. A few 70s songs have been playing through, so that's been all right.
No Taylor Swift, I'd imagine.
Oh, absolutely, there'd be Taylor Swift.
No one's going to go see her. Tickets sold out pretty quickly.
Shania Twain won't be on the list, though, Gussie, I'll tell you.
I want Shania Twain. Don't worry about when I get into the rooms after the game. Here's Charlie Morrison, the captain. Kicks to Tom Johnson. In fact, it's Wortman, I should say. Across half back, he wants to switch the ball and open up the game. Deneen's got Smith hot on his heels. He's going to have to find the boundary. He's lost his footing, Deneen.
Played a push in the back.
And Monty from McRae Motors, talk us through that one.
Yeah, Jess Smith maybe just laid a hand, just a bit of body work, but the umpire thought he might have pushed him square in the back and Deneen will get the free kick.
Yeah, Juice Newton was all on his own too, about 40 African goals. Jesse Smith was eyeing him off. Now, here's Wortman again. He's backpedaling. He goes back to the goals. It's a bit of a shaky kick. It's okay in the end. Finds Charlie Morrison right in the last line of defence here for the Doggies. They lead 32-16, and Maggie's already setting up a little bit better. Good, this. Bit of pace from Hunter Gotchling. The left footer, he marked it 48 metres out. And he'll go close to me, Mont. He's got a good leg on him.
Yeah, I reckon he'll run around an arc. But, geez, the ball use from the back six in this quarter so far has been pretty average. In the first quarter, it was really good, but been very average so far.
Oh, Gotchling. It's a Barry Crocker.
You
Only
called
way
it,
to
Robbie.
describe it.
Again.
Reedy tapped it to Moore. It's all a plan. Moore, palm one off, palm two off, and kicked a magnificent goal. Cal Moore, Sunjan goal of the day. How about those for a bit of fends off? Don't argue with me. Cal Moore kicks an absolute beauty. He's got 34 for the season, 2 for the afternoon.
Geez, you don't want to stand in his way when he gets a bit of stand up Cal Moore, because he just flew through 2 of the Wodonga defenders. They did not get close to him. Just big stiff arms and see you later, and then a snap around the corner. We've spoken about it a few times. I reckon he prefers those snaps around the corner on the run more so than a set shot, because he can be a bit shaky but doesn't miss too many of them, boys.
Well called by Room McKinlay from McRae Motors and O&M Live. 5-2-32 the Dogs. The Magpies 3-4-22. It's a 10-point ball game on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. A cracking contest this afternoon live on O&M Live. Nugent won his first tap for the afternoon. Down towards Yelland. He got dumped, but the umpire said it was all fair. We'll ball it up, Monty.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one. He blew the whistle when he was laying on the ground with no one touching him, so probably could have been just play on then.
We'll ball the footy up, just favouring true centre for the Magpies. Knowles, clever in the ruck on towards Clark, and now it's Bader Kelly. High up and under kick, not his best. Contest forms. Well done by Yelland, got a fist on it as Spiteri tracks it to the boundary line for the Bulldogs. He can't gather cleanly. And he keeps it in the field of play just. Mimo wrapped up in a Dane Porter tackle. On hands and knees is Gotchling. Baker's there for the Dogs. And the umpire says we'll ball the footy up across half forward for the Pies.
Start this quarter on the 40 wing stats. 4 clearances and 4 inside 50s to Wang, with Wodonga yet to do either of those two.
Dane Porter over the footy. He's still over the footy. He can't get it out. Umpire Eastick says he had no chance. It was a good tackle by Josh Matey. And he'll ball it up half forward.
Still a free kick.
Now, Zach Nugent went down, and he's going to get a free kick. He's going against you, Knowlesy. And Zach Nugent kicks under pressure, drives it long. Norton from behind, and Bradshaw. Good contest, that one. Bradshaw goes back, applies a tackle. And again, the umpire Eastick will ball it up. 70 out from the Wodonga goal. They lead 32-22. 6.5 minutes gone on the AT Jones time clock.
Hope you're enjoying today's coverage. Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
I am, Gus.
Oh, good, Robbie. I'm glad you are. Both ruckmen let it go. Here's a go for Jorgensen. Kicks inside 50. It's a mongrel punt up towards Wilding, who's held by Barrett.
Ooh.
Grabbed Barrett on the way through. Van Berlo to Norton. Norton over the top to Barrett in trouble. Did he drop a knee, Monty?
No. Good call by the umpire. A bit high there.
You got taken high, Cam Barrett, and he's got the footy in the back pocket for the Pies. He's 40 wings, please.
Only second for the day, boys, so been very quiet.
He's at the ball now with Grossman, true fullback. They want to come out broadcast side. Sharrock's the target, coming across the pack beautifully. I think it might have been Bradshaw over the top from Deneen. In fact, it was Casey Marr who impacted the contest there, boys. Boundary throw in front of the can bar. The Bulldogs, they're starting to work their way into this quarter, Robbie.
Yeah, they are. They are. But having said that, I just like the way Wangaratta's set up a bit more better this quarter so far. They've had a lot more inside 50s. I'll get the overall count in a minute for 40 winks, Monty. You're doing that many jobs today. Well done by Zach Nugent. Pumped the ball, 30 out from goal. Fist from Van Berlo. Picked up by Sharrock. Tackled straight away. Somehow got a handball out to Ellis. Now the relieving handball over the top from Grossman was good. Grossman got it to Clark. Clark's handball was good. Found Knowles. Arguably best on ground at the moment. Been fantastic. Reed had to beat about 8 of them. Morrison shepherded. Johnson came in and did the glamorous work with a nice mark. Got it on now to Yellen. Got it back to Greenhill. Kicks it inside forward 50. Ball comes to ground now. Barrett for Wangaratta. Head over the footy. Handball was good to Gotchling. Back inside to Saunders. Quick one now to Norton. He's in trouble. Had to handball in a hurry. Free kick, Gus. Doggies have got it. Yellen with the ball.
Yellen's going to move quick. Kick to the hot spot. Dangerous looking kick. Baker flew one-handed. Anderson regathers now for the Pies. Had more time there, did Angus Baker. Gets the ball out wide. Here's a go for Melksham, who's got one of the more interesting haircuts you'll see in the Ovens and Murray this year as Paddy Warner takes it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing, Les Cheesley's side.
Just quickly on the 40-wing stats, those inside 50s for the whole game for you, Robbie. 22 to Wangaratta to 11 for the Wodonga Bulldogs, so twice as many, but still behind on that scoreboard.
Yeah, still 10 points in arrears. They are, yeah. Darcy Melcham got the Nick Carter type hairstyle. One of the Backstreet Boys.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
Prime, the Backstreet Boys. Actually, you're still a bit young for that, I would have thought, actually.
Knowles got it on to McVeigh. McVeigh's kick to half forward was good. Over the back there was Venturoni. And the man who has free wheels on his car, not always has 4, took a good grab and kicked it beautifully to the Jewel stick. Sammy Jewel pumps the ball to half forward from behind. Grossman did well. Ball came to ground. Hines was there. So was Norton and Will O'Keefe and company. And it's going to be a boundary throw in 80 metres around for Wodonga Gold. They lead 32 to 22. 10 minutes gone on the AT Jones time clock.
And around the grounds quickly for Bingley. North Albury have started to hit the scoreboard. 28-22, a goal down to Yarrawonga at the moment. 10
minutes gone. AT Jones time clock here at the Martin Park. It's a 10-point lead favouring the Bulldogs. Yellen was held. Got a handball back trying to find Wilson. His handball was chopped out by Knowles for the Magpies. He kicks one up towards true centre wing. Deneen comes off his man. Intercepted beautifully. In comes Dane Porter. The handball come from Melksham. Here's a go for Saunders. True centre. Handball's over the top. Saunders kicks inside 50. In fact, it was Ellis. Morrison's there. He's been good. Now it's Calmore. Calmore kicks a goal. He's kicked 3 and 2 in this quarter. Deja vu. You can't let that man have too much space inside attacking 50, Monty. He'll make you pay every time.
Absolutely, and it was a great kick there from Fraser Ellis. Got it nice and deep. A lot of one-on-ones. It was able to be brought to ground by the Wodonga defence, but then the numbers just swarmed. Jackson Clark got there first and gave the handball back, and Calmore again from that position loves a snap and straight through the middle. This quarter, boys, that's their 5th inside 50 to the Wodonga 3, so Wangaratta really getting on top there.
Yeah, Wodonga kicked the first 4 goals of the game, and since then the Maggies have kicked 4 of the next 5. So that's certainly, their numbers suggest they've been in the game all the way. They're just starting to convert a little bit better. Sharrock's kick was smothered. Well done by Mayfield. Mayfield won the footy back amongst all the turf. An inside-out spiral punt kick. Yeah, the barrel. You can hear that one in the sound effects. Wilding was there, couldn't gather it, held without the footy. Free kick. It's going to go the way of Saunders at half back. 28-32. Wodonga hanging on to that lead against Wangaratta, and Saunders runs from half-back Gussie and kicks it long to the far side of the ground.
Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Where have all these cockatoos come from?
I know. They're enjoying the game like the rest of us because the intensity is up and about and the Magpies are on a charge here.
Here comes Cal Moore, true centre wing, kicks inside 50. Well done by Morrison. Beat Reed, but then palmed the ball back in towards a bit of traffic. Clark's there. Deneen's going to be clever. Has to be clean, and he is. Gets at a defensive 50 and links up with Josh Mathy across half-back. He goes over the top to Ma, and Ma's going to kick long down the ground. Late collision. Liam McVeigh. Poleaxed, I reckon it's Yelland, boys, who's a little bit slow to get up. And Monty from McRae Motors. Talk us through how you saw that one.
Yeah, Lee McVeigh just made him earn it. Probably a step too late, but I didn't think so. So I don't mind that sometimes not being paid.
I think the O&M boys will have a look at that one during the week, but we'll let the experts decide. Ball comes back inboard. The Bulldogs have it via Deneen. Now Tom Johnson, and he's normally a pretty good user by foot. Johnson kicks up to half forward. It's Jet Cassidy. Too far to score. His kick was poor, and here's Gotchling for the Pies.
Inside handball to O'Keefe. He'll have to kick in a hurry, does Will O'Keefe. Beautifully way to kick. Clever by Clark. He knew he mightn't grab it. He'd be under pressure. Here's tapped the ball forward. Morrison was good. Soroczynski was there helping out. Handball over the top by Morrison. Got it to Soroczynski. Here's Jet Cassidy. Quick handball release to Wilson for Wodonga. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Spiteri's there. He'll get a free kick. He's got to get a free kick. And he's got it. 55 out right on the boundary line. He's tempted to run around. He weighs up his options. Spiteri, a low burner. It might work out all right. Inside forward 50. Wilding was there. So was Gotchling. Handball to Sharrock was brilliant. Got it to Dane Porter. Somehow broke the tackle. Got it back to Sharrock. Left foot kick was good. Here's old Milkshake Melcham. Gathered it. The backstreet boy. Got it back to Saunders. Saunders had one bounce. Kept running with the footy. Over the top to Melcham. Put him under all sorts of pressure. Ball in dispute. Centre wing Gus.
Oh, he's dragged it in here, Monty. And the umpire says lucky.
Yeah, I tell you what, Luke Saunders, just had to kick it. Had Liam McVeigh out in a bit of space. Just kick it out in front of him. Let him go, but went the handball to Melcham. Had to be a 100-mile-an-hour handball and just couldn't quite hit it. So really lucky there that they were able to get a stoppage.
5-2-32 the Dogs. The Pies 4-4-28. Kelly has the ball for Wangaratta. Kicks down the line, trying to find Melcham. Good use of the body, but we've got a whistle.
I think he's chopping the arms.
Yeah.
Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Wodonga, they retreat. They get the ball onto Deneen. Deneen's across half back, wants to open the ground up. He's got the captain, Charlie Morrison, across left half back. That's the option he uses. Now Morrison kicks dangerously. Cassidy's got a lot of work to do. Well done by Grossman. Falls the way of Cassidy now. Coming through was Norton. He did a good job. On the way to Baker, but Baker goes inside 50. Good use of the body, Van Berlo. Falls the way of Hig Hines. Sunjan goal today from the Dogs. Hig Hines kicks a beauty into the senior side, kicks his 11 for the year, and Monty for McRae Motors. The Bulldogs needed that one against the runner play.
Absolutely, they did. Wangaratta's been all over him this quarter in all the aspects. 6 clearances to 5, inside 50, 6 to 4 as well. So they really needed that goal there. We're not going to just get a bit of momentum back. You see the way they're trying to play from their back half. They're trying to switch the footy, make Wangaratta defend the whole ground, and it's really can open them up if they can hit their targets, and the skill all the way down the ground is good.
I reckon that's why he should always be in the side. Nick Hines, that's exactly why he should be in the side. He's competed well in the first quarter there. He's kicked, that would be his...
For the record, Robbie, his ego's pretty healthy, so we don't need to pump him up too much.
Yeah, but that's his 11th goal for the year. And we don't have big goal kickers anymore. It just doesn't happen. So guys who you're going to average or get around that 20 to 30 goals a year, they're invaluable. Have him up forward. He did it really well, and he finished it beautifully. Calmore palmed it towards Bradshaw, overran it. Now we've got a whistle, free kick, going to go the way of... It will go the way of Bradshaw. Noah Bradshaw, centre of the ground, kicks the ball inside forward 50, on the lead, good defensive work, come to ground. Anderson had to be quick with his hands, he was a bit errant. That's a high tackle, is it? Play on was a call. Oh, whistle in the mouth sort of stuff it was. Boarding on was good. Got it on to Jackson Clark, inside handball, but the umpire, the boundary umpire, Johnny on the spot, you can't pull the wool over his eyes, and he says, throw it in please. It'll be thrown in, Gussie. with Wodonga leading by 10 points, and they are 70 metres around from their attacking goal.
Just a quick around the ground for Bingley. We have a ripper up at McNamara Reserve with Aubrey up by a point to Myrtleford.
So Jorgensen's kick out of the pack. In fact, it was Mimo. It wasn't great. Heinze had his pocket picked by Van Berlo, and he kicks up towards Smith. True centre wing goes the footy. It's a good-looking kick. Falls the way of Paddy Warner. O'Sullivan bulldozed Warner. Falls the way of O'Keefe. The support arrives to the Bulldogs. A stoppage would be a great result here. And Jack O'Sullivan, you can take a bow. A competitor for the ultimate fastest, tough, nut of the day. He's been arguably Wodonga's best today, Mons.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he? But Paddy Warner there had to take possession and get the handball over the top, tried to tap it and didn't get anything on it. Really brought the Wodonga defenders into the game.
He just created chaos, didn't he? He just did not make it easy. Wilson was clever. Got it back to Jack Yelland. He's really warming into his game now, Yelland. Old Twinkle Toes Wilding on the boundary line there. He didn't have a lot of room to move. And he is going to, well, Tyler Norton was running there with him. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Down on centre wing there.
Jack Yellen up to the 940 winks too, Robbie.
Yeah, I think he's really working his way into it nicely here. So boundary throw-in, Gussie. True centre wing. Wodonga lead by 10 points. 17.5 minutes gone, mate. Second quarter. Oh! As a Kelly got tipped over. The Warrior.
He's laid one back into him. Monty from McRae Motors.
Yeah, Matty Kelly wasn't happy with what happened to him, so he's just gone straight back at Josh Matey and he's been given the free kick. And he's been absolutely poleaxed with the fight going on top of him there.
Knowlesy fell over him. Oh, get out of there, Warrior.
Well done by Josh Mayfield, stepping up, one of the young dogs. Here's a go for Jorgensen in the centre of the Martin Park. Kicks in the Hines direction. Too much on it for him. Falls the way at ground level. On hands and knees. Baker's amongst the action. Barrett lurks, and a stoppage is what we'll get 45 metres out from the Dogs' goal.
10 inside 50s for Wodonga this quarter. They're really starting to get going to only Wangaratta's 6 now, so they've really gone past them at the moment. They've had all the play for the last 5 minutes.
The Dogs by 10, 18.5 minutes gone in the second term. At 50 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal, there's a bit of a scrap and there's a bit of a wrestle for possession. O'Keefe has to be clean. Wilson handled him. Umpire said it was fair and will ball the footy up. True centre wing, broadcast side. 19 minutes gone.
Good work, Gussie. Yeah, gee, great contest. Absolute beauty. We'll get those scores around again shortly from Monty again. We've got a couple of really good ones developing down there, getting very tight at the McNamara Reserve. It's tight and tough here. Nothing giving away. If you're watching, you're seeing a bit of a rugby scrum at the moment. If you're listening, not hearing much, it's just a real good contest. Mont, what do you got round the grounds, mate?
Yes, quick one. We got a little update from Blake Panner-Escott, who's up there. Simon Curtis is absolutely turning back the clock. 15 touches and 3 goals.
Sorry, Mont. Intercept by Bradshaw. Kick wasn't great. Cassidy's there. What's he paid?
It's a hold.
Free kick. A hold. All right, we'll go back to those scores around the ground. Cassidy will have a shot from 40.
Just give me 2 seconds.
You're right,
my phone's just locked. But yeah, we've got Aubrey still leading by a point, 6-4 to 6-3. Wangaratta Rovers 7-3-45 leading Wodonga Raiders 1-6-12, and Yarrawonga 5-5-35 leading 3-5-23 North Albury.
Poor free kick against Barrett, had the measure against Cassidy, just had a bit too much jumper for the umpire to blow the whistle. Cassidy is a nice mover, this young kid. He's pushed this one to the... Oh, no, he's not. He swung it back, Jimmy Anderson style. Been a while since Jimmy's done that, and he's put it through for a big goal there to the Bulldogs. Jet Cassidy kicks the Doggies' 7th goal now, and they extend the lead after being challenged. 7-2-44. And Wangaratta 4-4-28. We're doing this one for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, they really kicked the way here, Wodonga. They've kicked the last 2, but they've had all the momentum for probably the last 5 or 6 minutes, and they've really got on top. Wang needs to try and wrestle this back and at least get one more before half-time, I feel, to stay in this game. That Hines goal really swung momentum for the Bulldogs at the 14-minute mark, and they've been back on top in the middle of the grounds. Falls the way of Porter, who handballs over the top to Knowles. He kicks inside 50 for the Pies, 1-on-1, and a good mark's been taken from Morrison, but it's a free kick, Monty. Yeah, just a hold. He's paid against Jack O'Sullivan to Kel Moore, so just reckon he might have held him down while Charlie Morrison come across the front. So, yeah, bit stiff there, Jack O'Sullivan, but you probably get a little bit nervous when you're on Kel Moore that deep in front of goal, I reckon, Gussie.
This is where you get nervous, Kel Moore shooting for goal, Gus, don't you?
Well, he's kicking for set shots is not necessarily his strong point. He's kicked 36 goals, 29 this year, has Cal Moore, and most of the behinds are from the set shots. Here's Cal Moore, 30 from home, right foot kick. Stick that up, you big Mac. He's kicked it.
Number 4.
Number 4 for Calmore. 3rd for this term.
Jeez, he made him work for it.
He made the goal umpire work a hell of a lot. Moore's kicked 3 in the quarter. The Wangaratta Magpies are starting to work their way back in. For the Newmarket Hotel, Kylie King. That'll silence the home fans.
Certainly has.
Yep, silence Kylie King.
Silence Kylie.
And we've got Cal Moore. That was his 5th possession too, boys. So he's been absolutely great. And Dan Sharrock and Jackson Clark have been warriors for Wangaratta in this quarter of 6 apiece.
Yeah, a big goal there. Oh, look at Knowlesy. Did well. Young Nugent did well, intercepted it, got it onto Mathy. Off half-back, a tumbling, hurry kick from half-back. Was good by boarding on. Kelly, Melcham. You can hear the locals aren't happy, but Darcy Melcham did cop one high there, and the milkshake lad has gone down, and he's getting himself up now, but I think he'll be okay. But old Backstreet boy there, Melcham, he's going to come off.
Straight off.
Yeah. And Dan Sharrock has got the ball in the hand.
Yeah, you don't mind him getting the footy around 50 there. He normally delivers it really well.
He looks pretty dazed here, Darcy Melcham. As my voice just pops there a little bit. It's all right, Guzzy.
So Melcham does come off. I think he'll be okay. Short pass. Finds Reed. Sharrock. It was lovely weighted pass under a lot of pressure. And it's a bald-headed warrior.
The warrior. How did you get him and Reedy mixed up? There's about 7 or 8 inches difference.
I was talking to Ben Reed before the game, and he was talking about how we did it last week. Panda got it mixed up, but, well, that's how high he was up off the ground. Kelly.
Yeah, didn't get off it. But anyway, that's their first grab inside 50 for the quarter, Wangaratta. So if they can kick back-to-back goals here, they're right back in this, boys, after Wodonga's had all the momentum for a large chunk of this quarter.
But Benny Reed's actually off the ground at the moment. Kelly winds up. He's hooked it. He hooked it like Harry Brook. And it's gone out of bounds on the full, and Morrison takes the kick in. It's a good one. Oh, it's turned over, Gus. Ma might get it. He gets it back towards Baker, but under pressure here.
Under a lot of pressure. Here comes O'Keefe. Got the ball to a teammate in Smith, who just sits a high up and under.
Oh!
Goal umpire's down. The goal umpire is
Jacko
down.
Got him.
Normie McClure.
And Jack O'Sullivan poleaxed him.
Normie McClure.
Get out of my way, Normie.
He's copped it.
He's poleaxed 2 blokes today. One's from Wangaratta and the other's a goal umpire. O'Sullivan kicks long down the line. Les Cheesley's side. Wilding made a good contest. Norton was taken high. Umpire's going to bring the football back here, Monty.
Yeah, just ducked under a tackle and just got clipped on the way through Norton. So
who, Normie?
Take it away, Big Mac.
All right, mate. Oh, dear. All right. Here we go. Short. And the Maggies, they're going to load it up. So they've got the ball about 70 out from goal. Comes in now. High option there. Numbers there with the doggies at the moment. Mayfield was at the base of the pack. Was he thrown?
He's thrown it.
Play on. Advantage rule. Dane Porter. Handball over the top.
He's coming back.
Juice Newton thought, how good is this? It's going to have to come back. And it's our man, Ben Kelly. Ben Kelly.
Matt Kelly. Oh, got him. Ben Kelly.
Benny Kelly.
He's up at McNamara Reserve.
That's how good he is. He's playing
Matt
in
Kelly.
Myrtleford and Wodonga.
Sure it's not Ben Reed?
It's not Ben Reed. It's not Ben Kelly. It's the bald-headed warrior. That's what I'm going to stick with. And he's going to have a big shot on goal, this one. Trail by 10 points. Kelly from 35 comes in, kicks the goal. The bald-headed Warriors back in business. Magpies 40, Doggies 44, and we've gone 25 minutes into the second quarter, which is an absolute rip terror for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
Yeah, absolutely there. Wangaratta now kick last 2, so we've gone to first 2 of the quarter to Wang, second lot of 2 there, the third and fourth to Wodonga, and then the 5th and 6th to Wangaratta. So it's been to and fro this quarter, with Wang starting really well and Wodonga taking the middle part of the quarter, but now Wang's back on top, even though they're 4 points behind as we speak. And it's all square up at McNamara Reserve. Who would have thought that was the case leading into that game? 6-4-40 to Myrtleford and Albury.
And Ben Reed back on the ground.
Kylie King, welcome her back for the Newmarket Hotel. Ball's in the middle. I keep hearing the netball court whistle, and it's doing my head in.
Oh, Knowlesy, dumb.
Talk us through that one, Monty McCrow.
Yeah, they had the free kick in the middle to Dan Sharrock, and then Knowlesy went through and bumped Yallen, who gets the free kick now in the middle for Wodonga.
Yallen inside 50. Wilding's the target. He brought it to ground level. Barrett's on the last line of defence. On to Grossman, whose kick went about 6 metres, and the umpire said it was legal. I'll leave it at that. In towards the back pocket, back towards Barrett. His numbers, please, Monty.
Yeah, he's only had the 5 touches for the game, boys. 4 in this quarter.
Grossman, true fullback, kicks in towards the pocket and he finds Van Berlo. Van Berlo's got Saunders if he wants to use him. He goes shorter and he finds McVeigh, who's playing a good game of footy today, Monty, on the 40-wing stat
he's
sheet.
had the 9 40 wings. Bit quieter this quarter. Started really well, 6 in the first, but only 3 in this second.
Long down the broadcast side, winning. Well done by the dual stick. Brought it to ground level. Morrison. Reed dump tackled him, but the umpire said it was fair. It spills out towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe sells a bit of candy. Kicks to a one-on-one. Moore and O'Sullivan. Calmore. Brute strength from the 2021 Morris medalist. And there's no stopping Calmore one-on-one deep in attack.
Will O'Keefe take a bow. It was really good there. He was on the run, decided to stop on a dime and dart back inboard to get around Wortman, who fell for the candy, and then the kick was just out in front beautifully for Moore in that one-on-one. He was able to hold the space, leave O'Sullivan behind him and get at it.
Robbie said at the start of the quarter, Wang had lead at half-time and Cal's got the opportunity to do so. And he's almost missed the boot. Calmore sneaks it through for a behind, and it's a 3-point ball game at the main break. The Bulldogs 7-2-44, the Magpies 6-5-41. It's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. And I'll tell you what, we've got a serious game of football on our hands. You're listening to O&M Live on 1494 2AY and on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Playing an absolute thriller. 44 plays 41. The Dogs hold a 3-point lead. And Monty, it's been a really good game of footy in the first half.
It's been great. It's been shifts of momentum everywhere, hasn't there? Different stages of the quarter. Both teams have been on top, and then the other team's been able to fight back. And at the moment, Wodonga's just been able to hold it together. They obviously dominated that first quarter a little bit more than Wangaratta. But then that quarter, Wangaratta probably had the start of the quarter and the end of the quarter, but that middle 5 to 8 minutes, Wodonga was really on top. They were able to kick 2 goals in that stage and wrestle that momentum back, and that's why they hold a 3-point lead at half-time.
Who's been the leading stat getters on the 40-wing stat sheet, Monty?
Through the 40-wing stats at the moment at half-time. Josh Matthews had the 8. He was a bit better that quarter, had the 5, only 3 in the first quarter, so really needs to get moving. Angus Baker's had the 9. Ollie Greenhill's been real quiet. Only got him down for the 340 wings. Jack Allen was really good in that second quarter for Wodonga, had 5, which takes him to 9, and Noah Bradshaw's had 5 for the game. We go over to Wangaratta. Their midfield's been really good. Jackson Clark's had the 13. Cam Barrett off halfback's been really quiet. He's only had the 5. Normally he has a lot more than that. Dan Sharrick's up to 12. Kel Moore's got the 8, and Liam McVeigh's got the 9 after having 6 in that first quarter.
And Cal Moore's kicked 3 goals, 1 in that second term.
Oh, in the second term.
And obviously kicked the 1 goal in the first quarter. He's really starting to light this game up, and whilst I think the role that Jack O'Sullivan's playing on him, he is giving away perhaps a foot and a half, Monty, and we've really seen Charlie Morrison, I'd say, get the better of Ben Reid to start this first half, and I think if Cal Moore keeps playing the way he's playing, we might look to see that switch with Morrison having a little bit more height than O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I think they've got to make that switch pretty soon, or Tom Johnson's probably got to go there. He's got the strength as well, but Jack O'Sullivan still, I thought, had a really good quarter that quarter. I think apart from his one-on-one contest, he was really good. He won a fair few footy. He went out and helped in the pocket when Cal Moore went in the ruck as well. He was able to get off the chain a little bit and find the footy, but Cal Moore, he's just so dangerous, and he's so big and strong. He's very dangerous. When you get the footy in front of him, he's very hard to stop, and it's showing right now. Jack O'Sullivan, who's one of the better defenders in the competition at the moment, just can't do the job.
A 3-point lead to the Bulldogs at quarter time, despite the fact that Wangaratta have had a lot more looks going inside forward 50. Probably speaks to the fact that Jack O'Sullivan, Charlie Morrison, and the entire Bulldogs back 6 are playing such good games of footy.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the 40-wing stats for the inside 50s. It's 28 for the game to 20 Wangaratta's way. So had 18 in that first quarter, but were only able to kick 2 goals. So that's the massive difference right there. Wodonga, on the other hand, in the first quarter had 8, was able to kick the 5 goals. So they're just hitting the target a lot more. They're probably using the footy a little bit better into better positions, whereas Wang's sort of going a little bit wide and a bit more rush kick, a bit of junk footy going inside 50 that isn't in the air. But when they do get in the air, they're quite dangerous and can take some marks. They took 2 in that quarter, where Wodonga weren't able to take 1 inside 50.
Around the grounds for Bing Lee in the game at the JC Low Oval between Yarrawonga and North Albury. The Pigeons lead 5-5-35 to North Albury 3-6-24 at the main break. Lee Williams has 2 with singles to Nick Fothergill and Matt Casey, whilst for the visitors, Josh Minogue has got 2 and a goal to Nathan Dennis as well. At the McNamara Reserve on 15-6-6-3-E, half-time, the Tigers lead by 7 points, 47-75 to 6-4-40. Goals in that game, we don't have goal kickers for the respective sides, but we do know that Simon Curtis had 3 goals and 15 touches at half-time, Mont.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he, Simon Curtis? They missed him dearly last week on Saturday against Lavington. He was, they pulled out late with a bit of a sore calf, I think it might have been, or something like that. So to get him back in, I'm sure Funky Miller's just using him up forward if he's carrying a bit of a calf injury, but he's back to his Lavington best by the looks of it.
At the WJ Finlay Oval, the Rovers lead 8-7-55 to the Raiders 1-6-12. 2 goals to Tom Boyd and Alex Marklew, and singles to Dylan Wilson, Justin Lewis and Sam Henderson. We expected the Raiders to be gallant today, Monty, but the Rovers, they desperately needed this sort of click into gear to occur sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely they did, because last week that was embarrassing, I think, for them on Sunday. They didn't enjoy it at all. Sam Murray said after the game he was a bit lost for words and didn't see that performance coming. He thought they were able to put out a better effort, but they just weren't able to do it last week, and probably come back to Wangaratta, the class they put out there on Sunday compared to the Raiders, they obviously, who are a rebuilding side, and it's a lot easier to get your type of football going when you are coming up against a side like that.
Half-time here for Elders Rural. Great to have them on board in season 2023. Monty, there's a lot to play out in this game of football. The Bulldogs have shown enough that they can run away with this game. They've brought 2 quarters of really good footy to the contest, but I feel Wangaratta haven't quite clicked into top notch yet. Do you reckon the Magpies are going to run away with this game, or do you expect the Dogs to stay gallant and put up a good fight?
Look, if the Wodongans stay in it for the first 10 minutes of the third quarter, I think they'll stay there for the rest of the game. If Wang come out and start the third quarter really, really well, put 3 or 4 on the board really quickly, dominate through the middle of the ground, I feel that they could really run away with it. But in saying that, Mayfield, Baker, Greenhill have been very quiet to start the game. If they can get into the game a little bit more and give Wodonga a bit more use around the middle of the footy and gives them more looks inside 50, they'll be right in this game.
Putting your coach's hat on, what are you saying to Wodonga at the main break?
Got to work a little bit harder. Our ball use has got to be a little bit better. We are trying to transition the footy every time we get it in the back half, but we've got to make sure it's on. Sometimes we're playing on blindly. There's a one-on-one and we're kicking it to the one-on-one, which is turning over and giving Wang another look at the goals, which is not what you want to do when you can't quite kick away. You know, that key forward like a Kel Moore who can put 5 or 6 goals on in a quarter.
A couple of really good football games across the region this afternoon. We had a couple of cracking A-grade netball games as well. Tamara Matthews and Ree Harris, for our good friends at Ray White Rural, they've got the A-grade netball wrap here on O&M Live.
This is the Netball Wrap, proudly brought to you by Ray Wright Rural and Livestock, servicing Albury and now servicing Holbrook. Round 11 saw us at Myrtleford. Myrtleford playing host to Albury. Myrtleford, the victors, 50-32. Sophie Hanrahan, best on court performance from the Tony Wilson medalist. A half in goalkeeper and a half in goal shooter, doing beautifully for Albury. Brigida Singy in goalkeeper, kept them in touch with Lily Howe in goal shooter as well. And Gabe McRae serving through the centre, but Myrtleford just too strong across the court. Youngster Eva Hughes and Tina Way also instrumental in the Myrtleford win. In the other games, Raiders, a great win for them, 64, beating the Wang Rovers 37. Yarrawonga, comprehensive win over North Albury, 60 goals, 240, and Wangaratta well on their winning way. Another 30-goal win to them, 67, beating the Bulldogs 37. That is round 11. Round 12 sees the Indigenous round. The Netball Wrap, proudly brought to you by Ray Wright Rural and Livestock, servicing Albury and now servicing Holbrook.
A.T. Jones, your local Davey specialists for all your irrigation needs. Kiowa Street, Albury.
O&M Live on 2AY. Start your day with Kylie and Matt.
Gus McLeod is in studio to break the world record for the most number of Ferrero Rochers eaten in 1 minute. I had a crack. I could only manage 3.
I'm here for one thing and one thing only. That's to beat you.
Go, Gussie. This is the third one in. He's unwrapping the 4th. He's done it. He's done 4. Damn it.
Ferrero Rochers are the breakfast of champions.
Breaking with Kylie and Matt.
Back Monday, July 10 on 1494 2AY. At Spotlight's massive home.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
You've already had the champers, Kyle, so you're one step ahead of us.
Water.
Big Mac, it's a lot to play out here, and I tell you what, it's going to be a really interesting first couple of minutes.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Well, I thought it looked like Wang might overrun the doggies there, but they got a couple of those goals midway through the second quarter. Got that margin back out to over 2.5 goals, and a couple of late goals from Wangaratta have got it back to 3 points, so 44-41. Great contest.
Game on here at the Martin Park, Wodonga. The Dogs lead by 3 points with Robbie McKinlay for Indigo Power.
Yeah, Nugent will go up against Knowles. Knowles got the tap, hit it to Baker. Baker gets the first clearance of the second half. Barrett takes up front position, and he marks in front of Cade Mimo. So Barrett at half back for Wangaratta. Nice little pass, about 15 metres. found Gottschling, got it back to Barrett, got it back to Sharrock. Sharrock now kicks it long. Kelly's there, also Moore. Moore didn't quite take it. He's going to get it. He's going to pay it.
Monty paid chop the arms there, which it was probably there. I thought Kel had a fair chunk in that ball, so I reckon it was a great decision there by the umpire.
Don't think the supporters of Wodonga thought the same.
And it just happens to be he's right under our ambience, Mike.
And he stood up to get closer to it, I think, Robbie.
Suggesting that the umpire and Cal Moore might have been related, I thought, is what the gist I got of it.
I'm glad we're...
There might have been something else intertwined amongst it.
Get the dump button ready, Trenner.
Moore going for gold number 5, has kicked it. Gee, that's a lovely finish. Beautiful drop punt. And all of a sudden, for the first time today, Wangaratta Magpies have hit the front. They lead it by 3 points, Monty. What a clinical finish.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic. And to start the quarter, Cam Barrett running off half-back. That's what we need to see, a bit more from him. He hasn't been able to do it yet to start this game, but that's what they want to see. And Dan Sharrock, hands on the foot, he got it inside 50. And Cal Moore, how dangerous is he looking today? Just that big frame. He's so hard to move, and Jack O'Sullivan's trying his best, but, geez, he's up against it.
It won't be long till the move we spoke about at half-time, Monty. I reckon Morrison's going to have to go to Moore pretty quickly.
Yeah, got to.
He's playing on Ben Reid, who's been quiet, the coach, but you can be quiet when the other full forwards kick 5. Knowles in the ruck. Matey got the tap and onto Baker. The Dogs get the clearance. High up and under to centre half forward. Well done by Saunders. Made a good contest of it. Ball's at ground level now, and the umpire says we'll ball the footy up. Despite the fact that we think the ruck battle has gone heavily the way of the Magpies, I'd say the Bulldogs midfield's probably on top, Monty.
Yeah, they are. It was pretty even at half-time, 17 clearances each, but in the hit-outs it was 27-10 Wangaratta's way.
Here's Porter for the Pies, gets it onto Sharrock and onto Chris Knowles. Been arguably the best today for the Pies. Inside 50, Moore went straight through his mitts like Marnus Labuschagne the other night. Exiting defensive 50, come the Dogs, out towards the broadcast side. Good use of the body by Cassidy. Got it up the ground towards Greenhill. Soroczynski by hand to Matey. Well weighted. It's a little pitching wedge, and he links up with Marr.
Marr now goes long and direct towards centre half forward. Dual stick brought to ground. Jorgensen read it superbly. Snaps over his left shoulder. Bounce is going to be critical. It's to no advantage at all to Wodonga. Although here's a chance for Jet Cassidy. He's very clever in this situation. Overrun it though. Under pressure from one of the best in the business defenders, Michael Boarding on. Just paddles it out over the boundary line. 50 metres around from goal. 3 minutes gone. Second half has started, 47-44. Wangaratta lead. Mont, what'd you see there?
A bit more game awareness from Fraser Ellis there. Just take the step and take it over the boundary line, and then you get a boundary throw. And instead of a handball shown in front of Cassidy, I think it was, who would have been having a snap on goal if he had been clean with it.
Dual stick into the ruck for the Dogs, brings it to ground level. Mimo and Gottschling. Gottschling wins that one and got it on to Dan Sharrock, who clears defence for the Pies. Up towards the Les Cheesley side wing. Matty Kelly on the end of this one. Right foot kick in towards a bit of space. The Pies want the boundary line, but O'Sullivan chops out. He handballs over the top to Taneen. Spins his way out of traffic. Goes by hand. Not the best. Matt Kelly's there for the Pies. Inboard to Porter. Fended off the tackle, and he's gone holding the footy. Here come the Dogs. Jorgensen, little 1-2 to Mimo. Mimo to centre half forward, flying across the pack, staying at ground levels to stick. Here's a go over the top. Wilding's running towards the goal square, hits his boot and spills out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Good work there from the Dogs. They'll get a stoppage deep into attack. 4.5 minutes gone on the A.T. Jones time clock. Wodonga are bringing the heat, Monty.
Absolutely are. Around the stoppage, they've been really good. Love to see Dual Stick fly for that one, being so tall. I'd love to see him get up and be the guy that just goes bang.
Matey overran it, was in a dangerous situation. Now he picks up Gottschling and rolls him like Mick Dundee in a crocodile up in Northern Territory. What do you think of that one, Kylie? A bit of spectacular crocodile roll.
Why? We'll take it all, won't we? We've seen it all so far. Why not throw that in the mix?
G'day to Paul Hogan too. Now I look at Gottschling, he just charges out of the fence. The kick's going to be good, it's a beauty. Hit Jesse Smith fair in the guts, and he marked it. Half back.
Got it back.
He chips short and he finds Gottschling. Geez, getting a bit of footy, young Hunter. Left foot kick's good. Here's a man who knows how to hold on to the Sharon. Daniel Sharrock has it centre wing. But they've closed them down here, the doggies. They've got numbers back, and Gus Sharrock's had to concede, and he's kicked it 30 metres backwards to Cameron Barrett, who chips it now to true centre half back and finds Grossman.
Grossman by hand. It's a raking handball over the top. Here's Sharrock once again inboard. Not the best, but it works out okay. Porter's on the end of this one. He had his pocket picked. Yellens.
Oh, he's pinned him.
Did he dispose of it incorrectly, Monty, or holding the ball?
Just played holding the footy. I think he might have had a chance to get rid of it and just didn't quite. But just quietly, boys, Dan Sharrock's had 5 to start this third quarter already.
5.
Porter kicks dangerously. Norton's on the end of it. And it's Norton. Tyler, too far to score, so he kicks inside the hot spot.
Oh.
Wilson went through his mitts, brought it to ground level. On hands and knees is Melksham. Gets out of traffic, steadies and kicks across his body. Top of the goal square, and it's across the face for a minor score. The Pies lead by 4 points. 6 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. It's a really good start at the third term for Indigo Power, Robbie.
Yeah, the old milkshake man, Melcham, he fancied his chances, and there he nearly nailed it. Boarding on stood his ground. Dual stick from behind was good. McVeigh's handball was fast and efficient to Porter. Back to Saunders. Saunders out of the corner of his eye. Spotted Jackson Clark, but he slipped over. And it was an easy mark taken by Jack O'Sullivan, who chipped it short. Found Mayfield. Clubroom side of the ground. Mimo has it. Goes short. Finds Yellen, the cement renderer. He's a renderer. Yellen rendering. If you need something rendered, Big Jack will get you sorted. Gus, and he kicks it to centre wing.
Elite body and paint mark of the day from DVB. Sets up some attack for the Pies. Clark inside forward 50. The milkshake brought it to ground level. Warner breaks away from the pack. Moore gathers, snaps, kick. The best goal you'll see all year. Sungang goal today from Callum Moore. 5 goals for the Morris medalists.
6
for this afternoon. I'm running out of paper on me pad, boys.
How good. Yeah, Dan Sharrock standing there saying, give it a beat. He said, don't worry about you, Dan. Bang, outside of the boot, if you don't mind, from 45. Cal Moore, you are putting on a clinic.
Kylie, you saw that right in front of you. How about the big grab and the big goal for the Newmarket Hotel? That's what it's all about.
Van Berlo, what a screaming mark that was. Moore just was never going to let him down, was he?
Oh, that's unbelievable. We've been talking how good a game this has been. The skills have been good. It's been tough. That just says it all. It's great stuff. The Maggies lead it by 10. Calmore has 6 as Mayfield wins the ball in the middle of the ground. Left foot kick. Grossman leads in the race the ball. Got a good bounce. Ran with the footy. The full measure. Kicks it to centre wing. Spotted up Sharrock. Good hands. Dan Sharrock. Centre wing. Played on. No, he's going to go back now. Saw a lead from Melcham. Ignored that. He gives up a bit of ground now, Gussie, and he comes back to Saunders. And Saunders now will go back inside their D50, and it goes to the man they call DVB, Dylan Van Berlo. Cross to, looks like it's boarding on.
Start this quarter on the 40-week stat sheet, inside 57-2, Wangaratta's way. That's well on top here and really starting to look very dangerous.
And they're starting to cut the corridor up as well. Here's a go for Saunders. Edge of the centre square, kicks in towards half forward. Baker's there all alone, and he chops out nicely for the Dogs. 10-point lead favouring the Magpies. Indigo Power third quarter action, and Monty, like you said, a brilliant kick, Wilson kicks in towards Jorgensen, who marks on the edge of the centre square, sliding towards attack, kicks inside 50, it's a good one too. Casey Marr marks, in fact it's Cassidy out in front.
He's a ripper, this kid.
And it's a good bit of football from the Wodonga Bulldogs.
Absolutely, again, great use coming forward, and Cassidy just looks dangerous when he gets on that lead. Take that mark right on his limit here, I think he was another 5 metres closer, I'd back him in, but just right on his limit, might have to arc around and try to get a bit more distance.
Need to see Wilding get back on the line, and even the stick as well to provide some support. Jet Cassidy.
I like his chances, lads.
To the Pierce Street end, 45 metres he has to kick.
Robbie
Distance
got
won't trouble him, but the accuracy will across the face for a minor score.
Sorry, Jet.
The Bulldogs 7-3, the Magpies 8-6. It's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. 9-point lead to the visitors.
I'm unashamedly a Jet Cassidy fan, guys. You probably picked that up.
Absolutely.
And I tend to think positive things with the young man. Johnson, gee, that's a good grab. Tommy, he's just asking for a recognition for the umpire, and he gets it. He said, yep, all clear. Oh, look at the kick. And he finds Hines, the burly forward, back in the side this week. And he's okay from this distance. He's 35 metres out. He's on the forward pocket, the cricket net side of the ground.
I'll tell you what, he's done well to get out there because he was on the table for 15 minutes at half time getting a rub. When you've had one kick, I don't know if you're entitled to a rub at half time, are you?
He's normally okay in front of the sticks. Hines comes in and he has almost hit the stick. Kicked it to the right-hand side, minor score. So they've had a couple of chances. They've just gone by the wayside. 8-point lead to Wangaratta, 54-46. We're doing this one for Indigo Power, Gus.
Grossman from fullback. His kick just had enough, and it found its way to McVeigh. Umpires are blowing the whistle
out of bounds on the full.
Wow.
So the kick from fullback, the boundary umpire has deemed it on the full, and they're going to go inside 50 now. The Dogs to the hot spot, flying across the back. Van Berlo, he's got the ball on a string today. Takes it another elite body and paint marker today. Kicks out wide, and he's got Anderson.
Mark Anderson at halfback. He's just done his typical busy game today, Mark Anderson.
Just call him Mork.
That's
South African accent, Big Mac.
And he's old man, Brady, didn't he turn it on for us last Sunday down at the...
Any danger looking after me, Brady?
Oh,
well. He said anytime Gus is down here, I'm not bringing food.
There you go, bankrupt pretty quick.
Gotchling kicked across to Barrett. Oh, Barrett's kick is a beauty. Finds Jesse Smith. He likes to go here, Jess. They are out. Sharrock. He's got the milkshake man, Melcham, if he wants to. He spots up old milkshake. He concedes to Clark. Clark now likes to run around on his right-hand side. Goes short. Newton takes a low. Slips catch. Kelly went in low. Got it to Melcham. He got one high. Kelly low. Melcham high. Free kick. About 45 out.
Ball up, I think he's paid, hasn't he? Warwick?
Yep. He has. Well, there you go. Good spot up, Mont. You've got to take up umpire, Mont. You're as good as anyone out there.
I'll tell you what, he's got probably the best eyes in the business, Scott Montgomery. 12 minutes gone. Juice flew high in the ruck. Got it down to Beta Kelly. Juice just tries to burrow his way through like a wombat going into a hole, and the umpire says, we'll ball the footy up. Don't think Juice will like me comparing him to a wombat. You're still one of my favourites, Juice. I've dug myself a hole here, boys, and we'll ball the footy up deep in the pocket.
We're just going to leave you go with that one, I reckon, Gussie.
54-46, 12 and a half minutes gone. I'm going to have a chop out on the A.T. Jones time clock.
Turn your mic on, Robbie. Yep, still turn it on.
There we go. Back live action now. Gus has just finished stitching poor old Juice up. And like I said, I tried to say, we're with Juice's side there. That's appalling behaviour from Gus to drag a grade of the league down like that and call him a wombat. It's fair income, Gus.
Wombat's a majestic animal, actually,
I was going to say, I reckon Juice might have been called worse things.
Yeah. There's a line there. Greenhill has it. Oh, and Juice is putting on a bit of mayo there. He'll get on home and away. Keeps that sort of action up. Tommy Johnson was there involved.
They're casting for a wombat, are they, Rob?
Greenhill kicks across the ground to Baker! Baker has missed an absolute beauty there. Intercepted. They might get out of it, although Benny Reid did well. He'll swing around on the left foot. Lovely kick. Jackson Clark. Can't mark. Here he comes, the Koroit Express. Jack O'Sullivan had to handle it. He got it to Mimo. Inside to Wilson. Doggies attacking through the centre of the ground. Kick's not a good one. Bounces okay for Saunders, and he mops up at half-back. Kick smothered. Good work. Chance here. Hines was involved. Stays involved, and they're going to lock it down. No, they won't. It's centre forward. Ball comes out, Gus. Anderson got it back to Barrett. Magpies out of trouble.
Oh, not for now, Robbie. The kick was poor from Barrett. Here's a go for Baker. He left it behind. Sharrock got hands on it onto Paddy Warner. The Pies work the ball up the wing. Falls the way of O'Keefe. He takes a bounce. Kicks inboard, top of the square. Juice Newton's there, worked under the footy and winding back the clock. Tommy Johnson, the veteran, clears defensive lines. Spiteri kept his feet. It sits nicely now for Noah. Takes a second bounce. Got some assistance from Clark, and the umpire said no free kick. Matt Wilson thought he had one. Wrapped up Porter in a tackle. This is hot footy for Indigo Power. Here's the big man.
Ooh, went gutsy mark taken by Jackson Clark. He gives Janine a bit of a whack across the chops. Kicks the ball to half forward. Mark taken by Paddy Warner. He'll go long to Newton. Newton's got a good run at this one and takes a great grab. Big Juice Newton says, get that up, you Gus McLeod. And he's going to go back and have a shot 15 out, 45-degree angle.
Paddy Warner, how good. Just got moving as quick as he could, and Juice went one way and come back the other, and the kick was perfect to him. Out in front, and Juice is too strong in the air there. And I tell you what, it's been a great 5 minutes of footy with no score, but Wang just about to kick away here.
They lead by 8. Newton will kick from 15 out. They lead by 14. Newton bangs it through. 15 minutes gone, third quarter for Indigo Power. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And on the A.T. Jones time clock, we've ticked over 14 minutes. Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. As Monty said, first goal for a while, but gee whiz, there's been plenty of pressure.
Oh, but Newton, what can you say about the man? He had 2 on him, he was just barrelling through, and you could just sense that no one was going to stop him taking that grab.
Scott Montgomery, 40 wing stat sheet, it's starting to light up.
Yeah, absolutely. Inside 50s, 11 to Wangaratta, the 5 for Wodonga. They've been absolutely unbelievable so far, Wangaratta. And it's on the back of Cam Barrett down back with 7 touches for the quarter, and Dan Sharrock to the middle ground. He's up to the 8 for the quarter, boys. Takes him to 20 for the game. He's been absolutely unstoppable in this third quarter.
He certainly has. Around the ground, so Bing Lee, 7-8-50 the Pigeons. North Albury, 4-7-31. We'll keep you updated. Back here at the kennel, 60 plays 46. The Magpies lead the Dogs for Inspirations Paint. They get the clearance via Sharrock in towards the hot spot. Johnson's got the sit on the footy. In a bit of trouble, Tommy. Handballs in the nick of time to Baker. Baker's in real strife. The Wombat poleaxed him. Juice Newton just went bang. And it's a free kick holding the footy 45 metres out directly in front.
When Juice Newton is doing those things and staying involved in the game, when the ball hits the deck, Wang are a dangerous side because he can chase it, he can tackle, but sometimes he doesn't look like he's interested in doing it. But when he's doing things like that, it is unbelievable. And Wangaratta look unstoppable when their big forwards can put the pressure on. Angus Baker hasn't seen pressure like that for a long time.
The back-to-back goals within the minute. And to extend the margin to 20 points, Juice Newton kicks to the hospital and just snuck it in, Juice. The Magpies have got 10. And they go to a game-high lead of 20 points on the Indigo Power scoreboard.
How quickly they can do it. They were down at half, three-quarter time, boys, but they kicked the first 4 to start this quarter. They go 20 points up. It looks like their big forwards with Kel Moore, he's got the 6, and Juice Newton, the 3, are the ones that are going to kick them away here.
Kicked the last 6 goals, Mon. They have Wangaratta, so as we said, blink of an eye, they lead it by 20. With the game got in the third quarter there, was out to 16 when Cassidy kicked the goal to 20-minute mark of the second quarter. They led by 16 Wodonga. Since then, Wangaratta have kicked the next 6 goals.
10 of the last 12 for Wang.
10 of the last 12. They lead it by 20. And they've got busy in that middle part of the ground. Young Gotchling's been good today, and Greenhill fights a good battle there, and it stays in. They'll have a ball up. Umpire Brendan Llewellyn will flick it up. A bit shy on top of the hairdo these days. Oh, big Knowlesy charged through, kicks it down to Moore, who marks on the fourth grab. I might have paid it. Moore's got the run out of here. Get out of my road, he says. Well done there. Might have been Spiteri, was it? The Pee-wee flyweight of Noah Spiteri spooked Cal Moore, I reckon, with his strength and hustle and bustle. Maybe not.
Don't know if he spooked him.
No, I don't think he did either.
Not known for his ferocious attack on the footy either, Spiteri. Moore won it out of the ruck and kicked inside 50. Warner claimed the mark. Umpire said play on. Soroczynski on the last line of defence for the Dogs. On to Spiteri, who kicks up towards half-back. Good contest and good strong mark. It's Saunders who's going to play on. Left foot kick in towards the hot spot from Luke. And it's Juice again.
Whoa, bang.
Juice Newton, 35 metres out, slight angle. He's winding back the clock today, Juice.
Tell you what, we wrote about Big Cal having to make the change to Charlie Morris, and we might have to get Charlie over to Big Juice, because I reckon Jack O'Sullivan's gone to Juice, and Juice has really got on a bit of a roll here, so Jacko's probably had a few kicked on him today.
What do you do?
For Juice Newton to kick 3 consecutive goals in 4 minutes of football.
He has too.
He's dobbed it. The Magpies extend the lead to 26 points, and it's panic stations now for the Dogs.
Oh, how good do they look, Wangaratta, when their big forwards are taking grabs like that. Out on the lead, their kicking from their midfielders has been elite today when they've had their chances in open space. So the pressure is starting to die off from the Wodonga mids. They need to really ramp that up again to put their midfielders under pressure so the forwards don't get such good looks at it.
7 on the bounce. They've kicked out. Have the Magpies. 72 to 46. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And this third quarter action for Indigo Power, it has been a powerful performance so far from the Wangaratta Magpies. They've been their work rate in the middle of the ground, and led by this man, Chris Knowles, goes up again, wins another tap. He regathers. He kicks the ball inside forward 50. Newton, Johnson got the fist. Ball came to ground. Sitting over the top now was Ellis. Had the handball in a hurry. It's in dispute now. Bradshaw was over the foot. He got knocked off the football there by the bald-headed Warrior. And umpire Warwick Henderson says, give it to me, fellas. You'll ball it up, 60 out from the Wangaratta goal. Monty, then it'll be Gus.
On the 40-wing stats, 16 inside 50s for the quarter so far for Wangaratta to the 5 for Wodonga.
Nugent won the tap, but he's surrounded by Magpies. We'll ball the footy up. Just forward attack for the Wangaratta Magpies. 11-6-72. Wangaratta to the Bulldogs. 7-4-46. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And here come the Pies again. Clark inside forward 50. Moore's at the back of the pack. Juice Newton's there. And Tom Johnson, happy to see that one across the boundary line for a boundary throw in 5 metres out from the Dogs' goal. 20 minutes gone. 72 plays 46. Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
He nearly milked a free kick there, Juice, too. Sort of got his legs knocked under him. It was it's sort of incidental action, I suppose. But Moore out of the ruck, snap on goal, high ball, goal square. Newton's there, so's Morrison and Johnson, and it's Morrison who taps it through for a rush behind. 73-46. Wangaratta lead the Doggies. 21.5 minutes gone. Third quarter action for Indigo Power. Here he is, Angus Jack McLeod.
Don't know what I'm called Jack, Robbie, but I'll take it.
What is your middle name?
I won't say on it.
Yes, come on.
Norman John. Cam Barrett out of bounds on the full.
Angus Norman John McLeod.
Around the grounds, big lead. The Tigers lead by 7 points. 56-49. Game on at the McNamara Reserve.
I'm just trying to decipher your middle name.
Well, it's two of them, Robbie, and it's hyphenated.
Oh, got the hyphen in.
Other scores around the grounds, boys. We've got 56, Wangaratta leading North Albury 34, and we've got 81 Wangaratta Rovers leading the Raiders 12.
Moore in the ruck, palmed it down. Bradshaw come through. He's a go for Jorgensen. On to Yallen. Inside 50 go the Dogs. Wilding on the lead, brought it to ground level. Van Berlo's up against the stick. Kicks dangerously, chopped down.
My boy.
Cassidy. Jet Cassidy. Oh, no, what are you doing, Jet? Go back and kick the goal. He centred the footy and Bradshaw marks. 30 metres out, directly in front. And this is a must-kick goal for the home side, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a bit scary there when Jess Cassidy kicks it, and there's 3 Wangaratta players sitting through there, but Noah Bradshaw had worked hard down through the middle of the ground, and he looked after his young teammate here, who should be able to put this one through.
They haven't kicked a goal since the 16-minute mark of the second term, and Bradshaw brings it back to 21 points. They desperately needed that one, the Dogs. And Bradshaw kicks his first in his return to the Bulldogs following a stint with Southport in Queensland.
Yeah, no, he's been a bit quiet today, Noah Bradshaw. I'm sure he'd like to get a few more stats on the stat sheet, but it was his work rate definitely something you can't question. He worked from half back there just to get down there into the middle of the ground, and great vision from Jet Cassidy, who probably thought he was on his limit. That's why he went with the risky kick going back inside and made it a bit easier kick.
He pickpocketed the mark, didn't he? He read it beautifully. He's a very clever player. Cal Moore into the ruck, won the tap. Yellen got the gather though. Handball back to Jorgensen, who kicks it inside forward 50. Van Berlo's there, handball in a hurry. Cassidy's there applying pressure. Over the footy was Saunders. Mayfield came in and helped out Cassidy, and they tackled him. They tackled him inside forward 50, and they tackled him. By the time they finished with him, the 2 little fellas, they had him outside the forward 50. Umpire Eastick flings it up, Gussie, and Moore wins a tap cleverly to Ellis.
Ellis needs to gather. He shimmies and shakes, handballs over the top, and he links up with Jackson Clark. True centre wing out of sight of the ground. Kicks in towards O'Sullivan. He made a meal of it. Newton got Tommy Johnson in the face. Umpire says now we'll ball the footy up. 50 metres out from the Magpies goal. They lead 73-52 for Indigo Power. Third quarter action at the 24-minute mark.
Trot on mid-lead. We're back. Here goes Clark. Read it superbly. Centred the ball, but there's no one home except Wortman, who had a tricky mark to tried to navigate. In the end, he shoveled it through for a rush behind, which was good thinking from the young fella, young Dan Wortman, a real veteran of the club, a very famous name in the club. And Johnson played on immediately, kicked it over to Wortman, and he got it on the Mitch Deneen, who's got it at half back here, Gussie. His kick's okay, and he finds Matty Wilson, half back centre wing.
Wilson comes inboard. It's a good-looking kick. Finds his way to Ollie Greeny. And his numbers, please, Mon.
Yeah, he's only had the 6 for the day, boys.
Kicks nicely to Cassidy. Probably been the Bulldogs' best since half-time. He switches the ball. It'll work out okay. Angus Baker's got a paddock of space to work within on the outer side of the ground. He kicks to half-forward. Appeals for a hold. Umpire said no. Wilding got taken high. Umpire agrees. Oscar Wilding's going to have a set shot. 40 metres out, slide angle.
Oh, and a 50, boys, and a 50. So I reckon it might have been a bit of lip there from Dylan Van Berlo. So this will take him right to the goal line. So no miss here for Oscar Wilding. One Wodonga need just to get right back into this game.
Oscar Wilding's going to kick from point blank range, and this will bring the margin back to 16 points. Oscar Wilding kicks a goal. Back-to-back goals for the Dogs. 16-point ball game. And it's been a cracking third term so far for Indigo Power. Boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Kylie King. The Dogs fans are just starting to awake.
They are. Less dancing inside, even though the music's cranked up. But a lot of the ladies have come out to watch this because they can sense that things have turned just slightly for the Doggies. Can they keep the momentum going, though?
Yeah, well, they've come back-to-back goals after they conceded 7 on the bounce. They've kicked the next 2 goals, so that margin was getting a little bit ugly at 26 points. And now we've got it back at 16. We've gone 26 minutes, third quarter, for Indigo Power. Sharrock overrun the footy. Ellis been good on the wing. Got it now. The Doggies through Greenhill had a chance for clearance. The tackle by Gotchling.
He's going to ping him.
He's going to ping him too. Gotchling didn't let Yellen get out of that traffic. And Gotchling's kick to half forward from behind. The fist from Deneen was good. Bouncing through the middle of the ground. Yellen's handball over the top was good to Mayfield. Doggies, can they get a late one? They're going to be a chance. Hines marks.
It's Wilding.
Sorry, it's Oscar Wilding.
Hines, he's got a lot more white in his hair.
He goes short, and it's well left. Hines let the ball go. He heard the voice of the dual stick, and the dual stick will have a shot on goal at the 27-minute mark to get the margin back to 10 points.
I think it's Baker, actually, Robbie.
Jeez, I'm having a beauty here, aren't I? Baker, it is
Baker.
too.
After the siren.
After the siren, Angus Baker. Not used to seeing him forward, Gus.
His work rate there. He comes from the Robbie. He worked really hard to get in front of the footy there and take an uncontested mark.
Big kick. Doggies down by 16 to finish the quarter with 3 straight goals. Angus Baker, kick on the way.
Not happy.
He misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. Gee, the footy's good. Great game of footy. Doggies 9-5-59. Magpies 11-8-74. That was for Indigo Power. Gussie, we've seen 3 quarters of real good Ovens and Murray footy. That's what we love about it.
We certainly do. The Wangaratta Magpies hold a 15-point lead at the final break, but don't you worry, the Dogs have still got a lot of bark left in this game. For Indigo Power, it's been a cracking third term, and there's plenty more dad jokes where that come from. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTafe.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Points at the final break. Monty, it was a really good third quarter. Who caught your eyes? The Optus quarter's best for your local Optus stores, Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
It's hard to go past the two big forwards for Wangaratta with Michael Newton and Kel Moore, along with Dan Sharrock, who had the 10 touches in that quarter, boys. So really flying. While we look at Wodonga, I thought Josh Matthew really started their going. He had 5, and Angus Baker had the 8 to take him to 17. I thought they were the best two for Wodonga.
Boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel, Kylie King. The Magpies broke quite quickly. The Bulldogs not so much.
No, and in fact, Coach Jordan Taylor said at the start of that quarter, I thought the game's getting away from us. We're going to roll over. But he said, you know what, those last 10 minutes showed that we were a good side. We got back into the game. It's a fantastic opportunity for them to just continue a little bit of that momentum that we did see late in the quarter there.
And we'll just quickly go around the grounds before the start of this last quarter for Bingley. Yarrawonga taking on North Albury. Lead North Albury 56-34. Wangaratta Rovers 82 leading the Wodonga Raiders 18. And up at the Macmurray Reserve, it's probably the game of the day at the moment. 7-5-47. Albury leading Murdoch at 6-4-40, so 7 points there.
And here at the Kennel, it's the Magpies by 15 points. The final quarter's about to get underway. For Mac Jack Sheds, bring it home. Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live.
Umpire Henderson flicks it up, and Knowles gets another tap, but Nugent won the clearance, kicked it, centre wing, and it's been marked by Wangaratta at half back. Jesse Smith plays on, pumps it into half forward. Reed back on the ground, wrestling with Morrison. Took a very good grab. Great use of the body there, Mont.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. Just held them and held. They both were holding, so good umpiring too, just to let it go and just release at the right time, Ben Reed. And we're going to tell you what, he's had a quiet day, but this is what he can do. He can pop up with 2 or 3 in a quarter and really give his side a good ascendancy here.
Yeah, spot on. It was good umpiring by Warwick Henderson. Great contest. He'd let him go. Reedy, he might have kicked it. Oh, he has. Reedy has nailed one from downtown. Kicked at 50, and that is a contender for the Sunjan goal of the day. And elite body and paint mark of the day. Ben Reid gets the Maggies off to just what they wanted, Mon.
I'd love to know what the dual stick was saying to him, because he turned straight around and pointed at him and was definitely giving him a few words of advice, Ben Reid, then after the goal was kicked. So it's always good when you're getting a bit of chirp from behind you and you put the goal through. But Ben Reid, exactly what the Wang Magpies needed there. Take the mark, go back and kick a great coach's goal.
Morrison still got the match up on Reid. It's a 21-point lead favouring the Pies. Mac Jack sheds fourth quarter action. We'll ball the footy up in the glue pot once again. Monty, 40 winks. Anything catching your eye early stages?
Nah, not yet, boys. Obviously, just the one inside 50 and one mark inside 50 to Wangaratta.
So we'll ball it up in the guts of the Martin Park. The John Flower Oval falls the way of Wilson. Wasn't able to be clean. Now he regathers. Got the handball out towards Bradshaw. He ran straight into traffic. And the umpire said, I'll have it here, boys. We'll ball this footy up.
Like the setup that Wangaratta got here. Got Calmore all on his own, the gold square. No one within 30 metres of him at the moment. Falls
the way of Bradshaw. Mimo's there. He got manhandled without the ball. The umpire said it's a free kick against Mark Anderson. It's going to go the way of the Dogs. And Mimo has got Sharon in hand for Wodonga. He goes short, finds his little mate in Jorgensen, who kicks to centre half forward. The stick's the target. He makes a contest. It's sitting in front. Really good mark. It was Liam McVeigh. And he chops out for Wangaratta. Slingshots, and he uses the ball towards Grossman.
Grossman goes long, and just get McVeigh's stats today as Jesse Smith marks, Mon.
That was his 12th, mate.
Yeah, he's been good. I think real good, solid game. Jackson Clark comes into play. Far side of the ground.
Back to Liam McVeigh. He's a 15 toucher, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
a guy that's going to get 25, but he gets 15 and uses every single one.
Strong body, uses it well. We've just seen an injury. Kylie, just down to your boundary side of the Newmarket Hotel. Wodonga player just limping off there. I'm not sure.
Like Sam Jewell, is it?
Yeah.
And grabbing his calf, I think maybe to the left of his right leg. I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, Kylie, I've got a great shot of him through my window here. He's down on the rub-down table. Gus, you call the footy, and I'll see what's going to unfold
You
here.
can watch Paddy Stowe do some of his best work. High up and under in the Matt Kelly direction. Wortman wore him like a glove, and it spills out of bounds or a boundary throw-in deep into attack for the Pies. Big Mac, latest on the massage table.
Yeah, it's definitely around the calf, so good spot there from Kylie King. Paddy Stowe's going high, low, mid-calf now.
And Moore's going to take it out of the ruck. Kick on goal, Calmore! Yes! I am running out of room on my paper, Monty. I've got him for 7.
So do I, Gussie. So do I.
So do I, boys.
7 it is. Calmore, Sunjan goal today. 80 plays 59, and I reckon that might be the first nail in the Bulldogs' coffin.
When a team's going to realise if Calmore's in the ruck, it's like Tom Hawkins for Geelong in the AFL.
Yep.
Put a dangerous player behind him that can lay a tackle, because he's just going to grab it, push the other ruckman out of the way and throw it on that boot, and he's so dangerous. What a finish, Calmore. We've spoken about it many times. He loves those snaps. And that one went through post high, boys, from about 35, 40 out.
Coach killers, aren't they? Alarm bells, surely. Alert. 7 for Moore.
Game high lead of 27, Big Mac.
Niles gets another clearance out of the middle. He's been good today. Nice work here by Jorgensen. Always busy for Wodonga. Kicks it to half forward. Hines, Watermelon would have drowned him. Hit him fair in the guts in the end. Mayfield was over the footy. Mimo was there behind, using his voice. Now Mimo got the footy. Ricochet handball, bounced out. Now it falls free. Look away. Handball there was outstanding from Jesse Smith. And the Magpies clear it from half back to centre wing. But marking in front of the bald-headed warrior is Daniel Wortman for Wodonga.
He's played a good game today, Dan Wortman.
Solid.
He's been a really good contributor since coming to the side a couple of weeks ago. Tom Johnson, his 40 winks, please, Monty.
Yeah, not doing him.
Not doing him. Well, you're doing Baker, and he's going to get one. He's going to have to get away in the nick of time. O'Sullivan was leaving the football behind. Moore gets it onto Smith. Smith kicks on goal. Bounces.
Paddy.
Paddy Warner.
Paddy, what are you doing?
Paddy Warner had more time, and he just let him run into an open goal and trampled on by Charlie Morrison, who saved a certain goal.
What was Paddy doing? He had to grab it.
He had to, yeah. It should have gone to Sharrock a lot earlier anyway. Kelly tried to intercept. He did do well, did the bald-headed warrior. Gives a contest amongst the Packer Bulldogs. The Warriors giving away a free kick. I'm not sure, Mont, you spot what that one was for?
I think he might have said...
now it's a 50.
Now it's a 50, yeah.
Because I think he might... I got a fair idea what he reported back to umpire Henderson, and it was very unkind. And it rhymes with CMV truck and bus, whatever it is, Gus. Now here come the doggies from long range. Matty Wilson all of a sudden shot on goal. Grossman, safe as a bank. golden fist there, straight through for a rush behind. Bulldogs are 60, Maggies are 87. We've gone almost 6 minutes in the last quarter. For Mac Jack Sheds, Phil Packer and the boys there, have a win tomorrow. Blues for Phil.
Barrett across half-back. Inboard, Grossman, dangerous. Saunders,
good stuff.
Back to Barrett. They're playing a really smooth brand of football here, the Wangaratta Magpies.
They are, but the defensive pressure from Wodonga here forced them back 70 metres, so it's great work.
Dangerous kick from Van Berlo. Chopped out by Matey. Falls the way of Cassidy onto Greenhill. Goes inboard to Johnson. A clean bowled him. Sharrock is lurking. Well done, Johnson. Made a contest. Here's a go for Warner. Warner kicks inside 50 for the Pies. Reed fell over more. What are you doing, boys? You're wearing the same jersey. Reedy goes down again. O'Sullivan kicks, and he kicks long down the line. The Bulldogs get out of jail.
There's blokes falling over everywhere there. There we go. Out of Wilson off half-back. Kicks it long. Keep an eye on Saunders over the back. Ball comes to ground. McVeigh in front of Greenhill. McVeigh got it. Greenhill tackled him. He had to kick it in the end. He did. Here's Mark Anderson. Cleverly got it back to Michael Boarding on. Kick into the middle of the ground. In dispute. Smith, hands and knees. Couldn't gather it. Doggies might come out of it. They do. Good work there by Deneen. Got it back to Baker. Baker goes wide. Looks for Sorochinsky. Can't keep the ball in. It'll be a boundary throw in. Almost true centre wing. Far side of the ground. Maggie's 87. Bulldogs 60. 7 minutes gone. Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. What sort of music's playing next door to you now?
It's gone all quiet. I think everyone's out just watching the game. Hey, another observation from the huddle. The doggies were talking about Magpies. All their drive came from the stoppages. So let's just see if they've listened to that advice and get around it nice and early.
Really good work from Kylie King, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Monty,
probably the best boundary rider in the business, Kylie King. She's got a few of us covered, but on the 40 winks to start this quarter, it is 4 clearances to 2 for the Magpies and 4 inside 50s each.
Add another one via Sharrock.
Advantage on Gus. No, it's going to come back.
They're going to bring the ball back. So Wodonga are going to have the footy. 1 kick away from going inside to attack. It's in the hands of Matey. He goes laterally. It's Spiteri. In fact, it's Sorochinsky inside 50. Not the best kick. Falls the way of Matey, and it's a free kick to Bradshaw. Monty.
Yeah,
it looks like
high.
for a chop of the arms.
Yeah, paid high, I think. Might have just been a bit high with that spoil. So Noah Bradshaw again. He can kick a footy pretty nicely. So definitely within range. Just the accuracy from in that tight pocket.
Not sure who the free kick was against. Then they chipped the ball into the pocket and the hit. Bradshaw to Hines, and Nick Hines is going to go back and have a set shot for the Dogs. It's a must-kick goal to bring the margin back to 21 points.
He's one of those guys, isn't he, the Hig? He just pops up with 1 or 2 a game, and that's enough to keep him in the side, I think.
He's kicked 1-1 today, Nick Hines. 35 out, tight angle. Nick Hines kicks on goal, and he's missed. Uncharacteristic from Hinesy. And the margin is an even 26-20. Scoreboard going to update? Yes, it is. 26 points. The Magpies lead for Border Carpets.
Gotchling got it on the Van Berlo, and Norton with a lot of courage took a mark, and Newton didn't like what Tommy Johnson did. Now they're going to have a little bit of toe-to-toe here. Matty Wilson comes in and plays the peacemaker. Meanwhile, Mayfield keeps the ball in. Johnson and Newton still got hold of each other, and in the end they decide enough's enough, that'll do. No harm done. Yellen can't keep the ball in. Hey, good news, Kylie. You see Sam Jewell back on the ground, which is great.
Yes, just got that right calf strapped, but was running quite nicely on the boundary there before he went out.
So a boundary throw in. We've got a whistle here, and there is... No, it was no whistle. Jackson Clark's been told he's going into the ruck.
I think he put his hand up, so the umpire said that he'd nominated.
Right, well, Knowles is going to play as a midfielder here. This will be interesting. Clarkie, that's your rucking career done. You're no good at it. Back into play. Lucky he can play on ball. I don't think he's going to make a career out of being a ruckman.
I reckon Juice Newton saw Tom Johnson with the beard. He thought it was Gus McLeod. And after that Wombat call... And
I'll tell you what, I'd be really happy with Tommy Johnson's rig. We'll ball the footy up 50 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. Yellen's there, throws it across the boot, high up and under top of the goal square, flying across the pack to stick, brought it to ground level. Matey's in there, just working his way around. Pinball's around 10 metres from goal. Hines wrapped up in a big tackle. We'll ball it up 10 metres out from Wodonga's goal. 87-61. The Magpies lead. Fourth quarter action, Mac Jack Sheds.
7 inside 50, so we're going to start this quarter. They need to get on the scoreboard with this much dominance inside 50.
Yeah, they need one here. The doggies. Bradshaw over the footy. Back Baker got pushed in the back, did he? Oh, Spiteri had his legs cut from underneath him. That might be out of bounds on the full. No, it's not. Hunter Gosling, some of his tackling and defensive work there has been absolutely outstanding. Saved a certain goal there. They lead it by 26 points, the Maggies. 11 minutes ticks over on the A.T. Jones time clock. Boundary throw in. Doggies got to get the next goal. Contest Saunders there, got his hands on the footy for Wangaratta, got through traffic, hurry kick, marked by Jorgensen. Gus, too far out the score, but he plays on immediately.
Kicks to the top of the goal square, he's got an option. Wilding! Great vision from Adam Jorgensen. He's the most underrated player in the competition for mine, and Oscar's going to have to snap across his body here, Mont tight in the pocket.
Yeah, he's so dangerous, Jorgensen, isn't he? When he gets the footy around 50, he did it early in the first quarter. He was able to get 2 goals off his boot, basically, and now this one, Wilding taking the mark just outside the goal square.
He's going to have to snap. He's standing next to the point post, but favours the right footer. Wilding plays on, kicks a goal, and the margin is back to 20 points. Oscar's got 2. Game on in the kennel, and it's a cracking fourth term for Mac Jack Sheds. 12 minutes gone, the Magpies lead by 20 points.
Yeah, a bit going on off the ball too. Noah Spiteri got absolutely folded in half there. I'm not going to say who by, but yeah, he got him pretty good.
Did he?
Yeah,
I just thought he might have been. Thought he was on the soccer field.
Yeah. Trying to find the 50 or something, you reckon, Robbie?
Maybe taking a dive, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but no, he definitely caught one, I reckon. But yeah, how good was that from, again, Jorgensen? Just being able to find that target inside 50. He's massive one wood. He goes so well with that. Kicks the ball nice and low and out in front every single time.
Need just the next goal, don't they? They need it in a hurry. The margin's 20. If they could get it down to that 14 and get around that
next
2-goal margin, they're still in it. I would not write them off. We've seen already early on today, they kicked the first 4 goals of the game. There's been a bit of momentum shift. Cal Moore's gone to the middle. Won the tap towards Dane Porter. And free kick's going to go the way of Wodonga here at half-back. Looks like Casey Marr will have it. He does.
Been good, Robbie.
Yeah, he's a versatile sort of player, Casey Marr. I'm just not sure that he knows his right spot just yet. Kicks it inside 50. So over the back. Big grab by Big Oscar, was it?
It's Wilding.
It's Big Oscar Wilding. Taking a huge mark. He kicked the goal a minute ago. Can he get it back to 14?
Really like Oscar Wilding. In the years gone by, he would not have flown for that mark. He would have taken what would be dubbed the softer option. He's really added this strong part to his game, Robbie.
He'll have to kick it from right on 50. Wilding loads up. He's got a good piece of it. He's got a good piece, but he's missed it to the left-hand side, though. Cam Barrett will bring it back in. Margin down to 19 points. Wangaratta lead, 13.5 gone on the border carpet scoreboard.
That really would have lifted that one from Wilding there. It would have been a massive lifter for the whole team. Geordie Taylor in front of us. He's out of his chair already, so they're definitely on the roll here with Wodonga.
Barrett's kick was turned over by Ollie Greenhill, who kicks into the hot spot. 45 from home. Good fist. Wangaratta have numbers. Chip kick in the pocket was okay from Wortman. Baker tracking this one against Ellis. Baker wins this one. Finds his right boot. Kick was smothered. Pinballs around 30 from home. Cassidy to Wortman. Dispossessed the footy. I reckon it might have been a bit offside. And it's a free kick hole in the footy. There's a big pole in the middle of me road, and I think it's Oscar Wilding who was dispossessed of the footy.
There's Saunders at tackle. Gussie was an absolute beauty. And he chips short now off the left foot, and he finds Dane Porter. They've thrown the kitchen sink at him. Wodonga. They've got the margin back to 19 points. Not enough yet, though. Dan Sharrock marks. Monty.
10 inside 50s this quarter for Wodonga for only the 1 goal.
Yeah, there you go. Barrett off half-back. Kick's not a good one, but it's going to be okay for Van Berlo in the end. Won the footy, kicked it long. Norton will get this. Should run on. He can't run on. Closing speed was good from the doggies there.
3 wheels.
3 wheels. And marked here by Paddy Warner. Chips short. Finds Dane Porter, Gussie.
Porter too far to score. He's going to wait for the right option. Burnt the lead, but chips it. Nice looking kick, and the mark's been taken. I think it's Ellis, boys.
Nah, it's Paddy Warner.
It is Paddy Warner running on into that one.
Moore's hanging around there too. Yeah.
Gotchling's coming off limping. We'll monitor that one. Paddy Warner's got a really big kick of the footy here, Monty. This would bury the Dogs.
Absolutely would. As Jackson Clark's running right beside him, he's played on. Paddy
Warner kicks at the top of the square. Free kick, whistle. It's going to go the way of the Pies.
Benny Reid.
Yeah, I think Charlie Morrison just took his eyes off the footy and grabbed hold of him, so it's probably there. I reckon Juice might have nearly held that one if two boys in front of him went in the way. So, yeah, great choice by Warner. Got it there to the 2-on-2 in the goal square, and they get the free kick when the defender just grabs on.
So Ben Reid, he's been quiet today. Only kicked the one goal. This would secure the win for the Magpies, and he's dobbed it. 25-point lead. Wangaratta extend the margin. And I reckon that's all she wrote. Boundary side, Newmarket Hotel. Kylie King.
Yeah, it's very flat now behind me in the Doggies crowd, so I think you're right, Gus. I think that goal has really deflated them. Missed opportunity earlier on, and I think when you get them, you've just got to take them, haven't you?
And Kylie, I just noticed there before too, looks like Sam Jewell has come off again too with that calf injury.
Yeah, he has too. And Daniel Wortman also looked a little proppy. He came out, was sort of holding his shoulder, but yeah, we'll see how he goes too.
Boys, for the 40 Winks stats, 10 inside 50s, as I mentioned, for Wodonga for the one goal. Go the other end, 4 inside 50s for 3 goals in this quarter.
Almost reverse what we saw in the first quarter, Mod, where Wodonga, what was it? You've got those first quarter ones back. We reflect back on that.
Wodonga only had 3 inside 50s and Wang had the 4, but they were able to kick the 5 goals, Wodonga.
Yeah. All right. Good work by Nugent. Won the tap. Mayfield read it beautifully. Got a quick handball to Wilson. Wilson for Wodonga. Kicks it into half forward. Bit of jostling work going on from behind. Boarding on, brought it down. Baker Road. Handball to Greenhill. Great closing tackle there by the Maggies. It was boarding on. Who else? That's what he does so well all the time, and he put him under pressure. Greenhill looked like having an easy shot on goal, Mont, but boarding on just stopped it. It's going to be a boundary throw.
Yeah, one thing the back six do so well for Wangaratta is they do put defensive pressure on. Back to your first thing about the inside 50 in the first quarter, Robbie, it was actually 8-18.
8-18, yeah.
8-18, so 10 more inside 50s, but kicked 3 less goals.
93-68, the Magpies lead the Bulldogs. Deep in attack for the home side. Sharrock head over the football. Couldn't quite gather cleanly. Yellen's been arguably the Bulldogs' best today. He's on hands and knees. Saunders tries to burrow his way through. Porter's wrapped up in attack and will have a stoppage. 35 out from the Dogs' goal.
A few of the big movers for Wodonga in this quarter. Ollie Greenhill's had the 4 and Angus Baker's had the 5, 40 wing stats.
18 minutes gone in the final term for Mac Jack Sheds. We'll have another stoppage. And Wangaratta might have just done enough. 14-9. 98 or 93 I should say to 10-8-68. Border carpet scoreboard, Big Mac.
Yeah, Saunders been very solid indeed. Now it comes out again, intercepted. There's going to be a free kick here, throw. And, got to be careful dropping the ball like that.
Absolutely.
Bradshaw.
I reckon that should have been Bradshaw's kick.
No, I reckon it was Ollie's.
Yeah,
I tell you, he knows how to milk a free kick around, get a shot on goal, doesn't he?
Absolutely, but I suppose he's probably a longer kick than Ollie Greenhill, so, yeah, anyway, well done, Noah.
All right. Here we go. Bradshaw. Oh, showed a bit of candy. Ran around the player on the mark. Runs in and chips it through for a behind. So, minor score. That was a chance. 10-8-68. 10-9-69. 14-9-93. That's a 24-point lead, Gus, to Wangaratta. And that's for the Mac Jack Sheds, the lads there.
Will O'Keefe, he marks it true. Fullback for the Wangaratta Magpies. Umpire calls him to play on. He's going to come broadcast side. 2-on-2. Knowles flew and Deneen got a good fist. Right in front of Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Wangaratta are just going to try and suck some life out of this game, Kylie, and make sure they get home unscathed.
Yeah, I think you're right. But the Doggies, they're doing their best. They haven't given up. They haven't thrown the towel in. And as their coach observed at the three-quarter time huddle, good sides give it all they can, even when things are down.
Knowles, another tap. He's had a big day through traffic. Yellen really getting into the game now. Oh, well done, Dane Porter, the veteran. Inside handball to the speedster. Jesse Smith kicks it long. Reed on a long lead. Takes the chest mark.
No one in front of him.
No one in front of him. He sees Melch. Oh, great smother there by Morrison. Brilliant stuff. Turnover. Greenhill has it. Anderson can't get it. Here comes Wilding. Wilding dribbles it at goal. Hits the post. Hit the the bloody post. You can hear him in the grandstand here saying that would have got it back to 18 points. Gave him a sniff. It's now 23 points, but how about the smother from Morrison?
Yeah, Charlie Morrison just read the ball really well, didn't he? He was able to get across and put that smother on, put Wang under the pump, and that was their 12th inside 50 Wodonga, and again, still only kicked the one goal for the quarter.
Dispute, true centre wing out of side, Morrison. In fact, Greenhill gathers inside 50 towards Wilding. Bradshaw's there, got the front position for the Dogs. And we'll ball the footy up. Oscar Wilding was in two minds. He had Hines running over the top, didn't know whether to shoot or pass.
Yep.
Should have had a shot and nailed it. Big Oscar.
Kick through it.
He's a big game player. Had a big chance there, let it slip. Ball up, 40 metres out from the Dogs' goal. 20 minutes gone, A.T. Jones time clock. We'll have another stoppage here. Umpire's going to blow the whistle. He does now. 93 plays 70. 23 points the visitors. The Wangaratta Magpies lead the Dogs. The Dogs are a sniff, Robbie, but they need one quick.
Yeah, see both Tommy Johnson and Jewel both off the ground at the moment. You just wonder why Tommy Johnson might be off. I hope there's not an injury there. We'll keep an eye on that one. Ellis for Wangaratta, been effective on the wing. Nice kick too. Got it over the top of a couple of players' heads. Morrison leads Newton, and Newton knocked him off the footy. Well, he might have been lucky to get away with one there.
Lucky on me, he missed him. Otherwise, it might have been a bit of a stint, but he missed him. Luckily,
the old wombat whack, as they might say in the classics, Gus. 21, nearly 22 minutes gone. Wodonga trail by 23 points. Jewel back on the ground.
The stick's back on for the Dogs. Time might be against the home side. 93 plays 70. Mac Jack sheds. Fourth quarter action. Ellis shoveled a handball trying to find McVeigh. He throws it on the left boot with a high up and under and a good mark. Taken at the back of the pack. It's Morrison. The captain stood up today, Monty. Played a really good game in the back six for the Kennel.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he? Either it's been in the one-on-ones or whether it's been able to intercept mark like that right there. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's like O'Sullivan has just got the ball now. Had a good game, but Moore's kicked a few on him. Well read. Two Magpies went up. Jorgensen stayed down and kept the footy. Hines, the burly chest of Hines. He took it on the chest, maybe in the hands. Oh, they called for 50. They want 50. Warwick says get stuffed. Played on to Mayfield, got it on to Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes long. They got numbers here. Over the back. Chance for Wilding. Off the ground. Goal! They've got a sniff. Doggies get it back to 17 points. 16 points. With about maybe 3 or 4 minutes to go. 3 goals to Wilding. He's really stood up in this second half. Great transportation of the footy, Monty. They've just kept at it and at it.
Again, started with Charlie Morrison's mark in the back half,
yes.
And then they were able to transition. Jorgensen read the ball beautifully with 2 Wang players flying in front of him. And then away they went, hit Hines on the lead, gave it to Bradshaw, who's one of their better kicks, gets out the back, and as you said, Robbie, they had numbers everywhere, and Oscar Wilding stayed down and was able to kick the goal.
Hines, he's come from the ground a bit ginger from that contest too. We'll get Kyler to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
He got lost when he got so far
and
outside
Tom
50.
Johnson's come on too for you, Robbie.
Good to hear.
Back in the middle, here come the Dogs. They win the clearance, but it's not a great kick. Anderson spilt an absolute soda. Mimo back in towards a bit of traffic. Jorgensen applies a good tackle. The Pies have numbers with Norton, who kicks up towards the true centre wing position. It stays in the field of play and just spills out of bounds. Boundary throw in. True centre wing out of side. 23 minutes gone, and it's a 17-point lead to the Pies.
14 inside 50s to the 5 for Wangaratta. So really on top, 9 more inside 50s. They've got to get a bit of ascendancy with Wodonga and hit the scoreboard a little bit more often.
Yeah, well into time on. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes left in this one.
2 minutes 15.
2 minutes 15. There you go, Gussie. Doggies are going to do everything right from here. Wangaratta go into attack from behind. Shorensinski couldn't mark it. Here's Newton. Newton gets on the ball. It was paddled to him beautifully. Just can't quick pick it up. He does now. Newton handball back to Ellis. Ellis left foot boomerang. Smashed it into the post. Margin back out to 3 straight goals. Wangaratta 14-10. Bulldogs 11-10. Just under 2 minutes ago, Gus. Jet Cassidy marks at half back for Wodonga.
Gonna have to roll the dice. He comes through the guts. It's chopped out by Norton, who kicks in board to O'Keefe. Spilt it, regathered it, handballed back, finds its way to Clark. Clark sets sail from downtown on the goal line. Good strong mark. Morrison goes by hand. O'Sullivan O'Sullivan over the top to Matey. Matey's going to come broadcast side wing. Finds Jorgensen, spills the ground level, and he's Barrett.
Moore might kick 8. Moore outside 50. Kick on the way.
Oh.
Misses to the left-hand side. 7 goals free, I reckon, today for Cal Moore. 7 goals 2. And a chance to kick 8. Just went to the left-hand side. 19 points. They're safe now, Gussie. Maybe around about a minute to go.
Great fourth quarter for Mac Jack Sheds.
The music started up again, Robbie.
Sweet Caroline's on. Watch out,
you're
lads.
kidding me.
I'll tell you what, someone from Wangaratta might have hacked into the DJ system. Wodonga have got the ball the outer side. 26 minutes gone, AT Jones time clock. Wodonga come long down the outer side. It's a good mark taken. Over the top, the run comes from Spiteri. Wants to lower his eyes and come inboard. Greenhill's the target and Ollie marks. He's going to run back and he's going to rush this set shot, Ollie, but it's going to be too little too late. The co-captain, who's worked his way into the game, will kick to the hospital end. Right foot off the boot. He's kicked the goal. 81 plays 95. 14-point ball game, but it's too little too late. On the border carpet scoreboard, Wangaratta are going to hold on, but Wodonga, they've been so incredibly gallant.
Oh, they've been so good in this last quarter, just haven't been able to hit the scoreboard. We'll keep harping on it. That was their 15th inside 50, third mark inside 50. You look down the other end, Wangaratta have only gone inside 50 7 times, so 8 more times for the quarter, Robbie. But again, kick the same amount of goals.
Oh, I'm just listening to a bit of Neil Diamond, mate. How good is that? How good is that? Kylie enjoying that down there, just rocking around?
Oh, look, the ladies are building out a very fine version of it. The ladies stay there at the doggies.
As they do. All right, nearly done, well into time on. 26 minutes, 43 seconds gone. Gotchling was tackled, screaming for ball. Now the Wodonga throng here down here in front of us in the grandstand. It'll be balled up again. Ticks over 27 minutes. Margin is 13 points if you just joined us. Kelly hard at the footy. He's got one high. They're not happy, Gus. The Warriors got it. He earned that one, don't worry. And he says slow things down. Take it away, Gus. Bring us home.
Kicks out wide. He finds Jackson Clark. 27 minutes gone. AT Jones time clock. The Pies lead 95 to 82. Clark will suck some life out of the contest as the full-time siren rings. 14-11, 95 to 12-10, 82. A gallant Wodonga Bulldogs defeated by a rampaging Wangaratta Magpies. If that's an entree to what we might see in towards September, Big Mac,
yep,
it's a pretty good entree, and I'm looking forward to the main course.
Yeah, really good game of footy. One of the high-quality game. It had everything in it. The skill level was good. The intensity and pressure around the ball was maintained for the whole game. And, a lot to like about what Wodonga brought to the table today. They'd lost, was it 5 in a row, Gussie? They'd won 5 in a row, then they'd lost
4 in a row, now it's 5.
Yeah, now 5. But what they brought today was a brand of football that they had when they won those first 5 games to start the season. And that is a great sign for the club. They are still well in contention to play finals. Don't worry about that. They're as good a chance as anyone in that bottom, between 4, 5, 6 and 7. They really had a good crack today there at Wangaratta. If they can bring that football when they play the likes of North Albury, Wangaratta Rovers, Lavington and that, they'll play finals, because that sort of football stands up in finals.
That sort of football will win a final, Robbie?
That's right, Gus. It potentially could, because I see with that, you're looking at that game there with Wangaratta. I reckon they were a bit guilty of coming off the derby, a 6-day break, probably just a little bit flat, but that's taking nothing away from Wodonga, who are absolutely fantastic today. Love what they brought. Played a really good brand of footy, Gussie, and full credit to their forward line. They had to lift, and they did. They all stepped up and just did their bit.
They were absolutely superb.
They were.
I think Cal Moore is the obvious winner for mine, the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, but Monty might have other opinions. He's doing some of his best
surely
work.
Not.
He's down there with Kylie King. We don't get to say.
No,
who
we
wins,
don't.
Robbie. That's why we leave it up to the experts, and we've been called worse things than experts, Robbie.
If it was you, Gus, I'd say you'd be giving it to Juice Newton as a little bit of a square-up, I reckon.
I think so, but it looks like Monty and Kylie have selected Big Chris Knowles. He's going to claim our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, and he's boundary side with Kylie King.
Wow, what an effort. Individually, fantastic. You just didn't stop all day.
Yeah, thanks. I was one of those games. If any of us had stopped the whole game, we would have lost. Credit to them. They were awesome.
Yeah, talk us through it. Yeah, credit to them indeed. It sort of caught you on the hop a bit and no doubt surprised you.
Yeah, it didn't surprise us because they got the job done against us in earlier on in the year. So, yeah, credit to them. They're a bloody hard team to play against, especially here. So we knew going into this that it wasn't going to be easy. And, yeah, they jumped us early, and credit to us as well. We fought back and just stuck it with them.
Yeah, and what was, I guess, the momentum in that final quarter too? It looked like they were getting a lot of the inside 50s, not quite finishing off, but you made the most of your chances too, it must be said.
Yeah, absolutely. Backline always holds strong every week. Led by Boards and VB back there. They do the job every week. So we knew that we could rely on them, luckily, and going forward, we got the big fellas there that got the job done when we got it to them as well. So yeah, just a hard fought effort.
Yeah, all round team effort, no doubt about that. Plucked you out, I guess, as the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Well done, but it could really have gone to several players.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, team effort, and that's what it took. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Kylie King, boundary side with big Chris Knowles, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. And like Kylie said, there was a handful of players you could have picked. Cal Moore was superb with 7. Juice Newton played one of the best 20 minutes of footy we've seen him play in a long period of time. The regulars were superb. Jackson Clark, Michael Boarding-Young. I really enjoyed the game today of Matty Grossman, as there's a few expletives being said in the microphone, but I thought they played a really good game of footy today, Monty, and deserving winners. They were the better side across the full 4 quarters of footy. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, boys, as Mike comes back on, but yeah, I thought they were really good, and especially that second and third quarter, they probably really won the game in those 2 quarters, didn't they? But the start, that last quarter, Wodonga had their chances. I'll go through it again. They had 15 inside 50s to 7 in that last quarter, and just weren't able to hit the scoreboard enough, so that was the difference right there.
14-11-95, the Magpies to 12-10-82. Kylie King's inside the rooms. Here's the Magpies song. Wangaratta too strong on O&M Live, 95-82 over the Bulldogs. On the other side of the break, we'll catch up with Wangaratta Magpies coach Ben Reid on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
280.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.